wish they would disappear and never come back. I mean, I would probably like to face any other team right now. Pitch a good game, make good pitches, and still can't beat them. It's frustrating. It was all me. It was all me. I wanted to bury myself in a mound.
The frustration for Pedro Martinez in Game 1 of this highly anticipated series is something tonight's starter has been fighting for the last 3 weeks. Tim Wakefield is winless in September after 4 starts. And with the postseason in sight, Wakefield's struggles arrive at an inopportune time. In 2003, the postseason is where Wakefield shined, particularly against the Yankees. In the ALCS, he won Game 1 and Game 4 and was poised for MVP honors in the series. But one unforgettable pitch poisoned any chance of that possibility. Tonight against the Yankees, Wakefield hopes to erase his struggles. Game 2 is next. Live from Fenway Park in Boston, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Game 2 of the series for the Red Sox, and they're looking to bounce back. Also looking to bounce back is their starting pitcher, Tim Wakefield, who's had a very tough month. In fact, Wakefield has not won in the month of September. He's 0-3 in the last 4 starts. His last victory was on August 29th in a 6-1 win against the Tigers. In 2 starts against the Yankees, he's 1-0 with the victory coming here at Fenway Park on April 16th. And that night, he was matched up against Javier Vazquez as well. As we welcome in Jerry Remy, a big night tonight for Tim Wakefield, Jerry.
Well, it has been struggling times for Tim Wakefield, but hopefully the sight of New York on the front of a uniform will get him going in the right direction, Don. You know, he had great success this year against the Yankees, and of course in the postseason probably would have been the MVP of that series had it not been for the last inning against Aaron Boone, which of course was very huge. But, you know, Wakefield spent all week working with Charlie Huff. Before they used to bring in Phil Niekro, this time it's Charlie Huff. And I think just really to get somebody to talk to who knows what he's going through. Hopefully tonight the results will be different because he's going to be a key member, whether it be in the starting rotation, the bullpen for the postseason.
Red Sox and Yankees, Game 2 of the series. It's next on NESN. Back at Fenway, everybody. 71 degrees tonight at the ballpark. Tim Wakefield ready to go as Derek Jeter stands in. And the first pitch of this one. This is inside to Jeter.
See the numbers for Wakefield, 11-10 on the season, trying to stop a 3-game losing streak against the Yankees this year. Start number 3. He's allowed 1 earned run in 13 1/3 inning for a 1-0 record.
Derek Jeter batting at .292 so far in the season. He has 23 home runs and 76 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Jeter almost coming out of his shoes after that pitch.
Well, we mentioned Don in the open that Tim Wakefield for the most part of this week has been working with Charlie Huff. Of course, you know, Huff throwing a knuckleball in his time, and maybe they can notice little things that are going on that some pitching coaches can't.
This is inside 2-2. So many different pitching coaches that the Red Sox have had over the years that have worked with Tim Wakefield. It's really a very difficult thing. Not a lot know a great deal what could help Tim Wakefield as far as the knuckleball goes. So often they bring some. I remember they brought in Phil Niekro there for a while, but this time Charlie Huff. This has popped up the chute. Mirabelli in foul ground as out number 1. Let's take a look at the rest of the New York Yankees starting lineup, brought to you by Rico. Alex Rodriguez batting second, Gary Sheffield in right, Hideki Matsui in left, Bernie Williams a DH, Jorge Posada doing the catching with John Olerud at first base, Miguel Cairo at second base, and Kenny Lofton out at center field bats 9. The Yankees team that collectively hits at .271. Yeah, they are sort of in the middle of the pack in the American League in terms of team batting average. The Red Sox are third in the AL to begin the night. The Red Sox hitting at 282, tied actually with Baltimore for second. Anaheim's on top at 284. Popped up, fouled again. Mirabelli coming back. See if he's got a shot at this one. He does and makes the catch. Mirabelli 2 for 2. This one was a little taller task for him as he headed over towards the seats. 2 down.
Yeah, and again, no fan reaching over on the other side of the fence to interfere with Mirabelli. Takes a peek, see how much room he has, and takes it right on top of any fan that had any thoughts about maybe interfering with it. See that guy back off in the blue shirt? That's always a good thing for the home team.
So 2 down, and here's Gary Sheffield. Strike 1 to Sheffield. Sheffield at 294, 36 homers, and 119 runs batted in. He was 1 for 4 here last night with an RBI. Popped up, foul again. Mirabelli back, but won't have a chance this time.
Mirabelli's going to be out of gas here in the first inning. They got him running all over the place on these pop-ups.
Sheffield with 415 career home runs. He was 36th on baseball's all-time list. The 0-2 popped up. Mirabelli again. How about this? All 3 putouts belong to Mirabelli. 10-pitch inning. Yankees get nothing.
Here brings you
Last half of the first inning, a busy top of the first for Doug Mirabelli, who handles all 3 outs. 2 in foul ground, 1 in fair ground. And the Yankees are retired in the first. Javier Vazquez tonight for New York.
See the career numbers with the Yankees. He's 1-2 in 3 starts. He's allowed 9 earned runs in 18 innings. The one number that sticks out: 30 home runs allowed by Vazquez this season. 14-10 record, 4.77 ERA. A loss in his last outing against the Toronto Blue Jays.
First pitch, a strike to Johnny Damon. Damon at 306, 18 homers and 82 runs batted in. It is 18th home run of the season last night. To match his career high set back in 1998 with the Kansas City Royals. On the ground, a tough hop, but Olerud's got it, and he'll take it for the first out of the inning. Let's take a look at the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Mark Bellhorn bats second at second base. Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz the DH. Kevin Millar at first base with Trot Nixon in right. Doug Mirabelli doing the catching. Orlando Cabrera, the shortstop, bats eighth, and Bill Miller batting ninth and at third base. So 1 down, and here's Bellhorn. Dances back out of the way of that offering. Bellhorn at 258, 17 homers and 80 runs batted in. The foul tip, and it's 1-1. Well, the Red Sox starting lineup against Vazquez, 272 overall with 8 home runs.
Now that's better than what the league has done against him. The league is at 252, lefties 253, righties 251.
The umpiring crew filled in Culbreth. Behind the plate, Jim Wolf at first base, Tim McClelland at second, and Tony Randazzo is the umpire at third. Away, and it's 3-1 to Bellhorn.
Vazquez with the fastball 90 plus, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
All 4 to Bellhorn. The Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
Yankees defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. And last night, Hideki Matsui making a fine play off the wall. One bounce and throwing out Kevin Millar at second base. He'll be joined tonight in the outfield by Kenny Lofton and Gary Sheffield. A-Rod Jeter, Cairo and Olerud in the infield. And Jorge Posada once again behind the plate. So in Japan, Hideki Matsui, 3 Gold Gloves.
Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Here's Manny. To right, deep, far. Sheffield back at the wall to make the catch. And all the way back to first goes Bellhorn. He had rounded second, and he is able to get back to the bag at first. But he thought for sure that was either going to get in or out.
Well, there have been a number of balls on this homestand that have been hit out toward right field. Looks like they have a chance, but have not quite gone out. Ramirez to the opposite field, swinging the bat much, much better over the last couple of days. Will run Sheffield right to the back of the warning track.
So 2 down. Here's David Ortiz. 295, 40 homers. And 131 runs driven in. He's second in the American League in RBIs. Miguel Tejada's first. He's got 138 RBIs now. Ortiz got his 40th home run on Wednesday night against the Orioles. His first career 40 homer campaign. He becomes the 10th different member of the Red Sox to post a 40 home run season. Inside, Vazquez falling behind 3-0. The Angels have beaten Oakland today. They are 5.5 games back of the Red Sox in the wild card. And the Red Sox with the loss last night, 5.5 games behind New York. The playoff picture brought to you by Olympia Sports, proud sponsor of the Special Olympics. During September and October, stop by any Olympia Sports to make a charitable contribution to this World Wild Cause. To deep right field, back goes Sheffield again, this time back onto the track. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first. We are scoreless at the end of 1.
Scott Volkswagen announces its end of summer sales drive. How about a new 2004 Jetta GL for $13,955 or lease it for $170 a month? A new 2004 Passat for $1,880 or lease it for $229 a month? Scott Volkswagen has been selling and servicing Volkswagens for over 45 years. Our commitment to customers before and after the sale makes Scott the only smart choice. Also, be sure to see our other specials at rinewcarads.com. Visit Scott Volkswagen, Newport Ave, East Providence.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
The new Chevrolet, an American revolution.
A special announcement from the Bargain Network. You can buy cars for as low as $500. Choose from thousands of cars repossessed and seized by the U.S. Customs, IRS, FBI, and private organizations. Call 800-831-6931. Foreclosed homes and distressed properties are selling for as low as $199 a month. HUDs, VAs, and FHAs, repos, and more.
Through the Bargain Network, I got my dream car, and I saved a lot of money.
New cars and homes are being added every day. For listings in your area, call now. 800-831-6931. Call now.
second inning back at Fenway Park. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy along with Eric Fried. Hideki Matsui leading it off here in the second inning. The Yankees left fielder hitting at 298. 27 homers and 102 runs batted in. To right field, hit deep. Nixon on the run back towards the wall, and that's gone. Into the Red Sox bullpen, Matsui's 28th home run of the year. It's the Yankees on top, 1-0.
Well, Matsui having a big series, 3 for 4 last night, of course, the big home run, and now he jumps on a knuckleball from Wakefield. Coming into this game, only 3 for 16 against Wakefield. But he'll find the Red Sox bullpen with that knuckleball.
So a home run for Matsui, and here's Bernie Williams, the Yankees designated hitter. Opting to bat from the left side against the right-handed knuckleballer. Williams at 261, 20 homers and 67 runs batted in. Chopped softly towards Bellhorn. 1 down.
Well, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus. Another fine night defensively last night for Orlando Cabrera at shortstop for the Red Sox. He'll be joined in the infield tonight by Bill Miller, Mark Bellhorn, and Kevin Millar. Ramirez, Damon Nixon in the outfield, and of course Doug Mirabelli behind the plate. .970 fielding percentage in 49 games with the Red Sox.
So 1 down, and here's Jorge Posada. He was 0 for 4 in last night's game. Overall at 269, 21 homers and 74 runs batted in. To right field, hit deep. Back goes Nixon. This time he's got it. Just shy of the warning track. And there's 2 down.
Well, right field's getting a workout so far in this game on both sides. Sheffield, Nixon. Mirabelli had the workout in the first inning.
Well, both Ramirez and Ortiz hitting it deeply to right field. Both times Gary Sheffield able to come up with it in deep right. There's John Olerud. He was 1 for 4 here last night. Has 8 hits his last 25 at bats. Outside, 1-1. Mirabelli out to talk to Tim Wakefield.
Each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park, Hood donates $1,500 to children's hospitals throughout New England through the Hood Home Team Advantage charity. Nearly $75,000 has been donated already this season.
So 2 down in the inning. Base is empty, and the 1-1. Missing to Olerud, 2-1. We're against Wakefield, 9 for 31 with a couple of home runs. He's been a member of the Yankees since August the 4th. Signed as a free agent. Was designated for assignment by Seattle and given his unconditional release. Popped up in a shallow left center. Cabrera ducking back, still backpedaling. But there to make the catch, a late lunge at that. A home run for Matsui. Yankees on top 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Back at Fenway Park. Hideki Matsui the difference in this one. So he hits a solo home run off Tim Wakefield to put the Yankees on top. Kevin Millar leading it off here in the last half of the second inning. The 299, 17 homers and 72 runs batted in. Vazquez out ahead quickly, 0-2. Fouled off to the right. Still 0-2 to Millar. It's sort of been two different seasons for Javier Vazquez. Before the All-Star break, he had 18 starts and was 10-5. After the All-Star break, in 12 starts, he's been 4-5. On the ground, left side, Jeter takes care of out number 1. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your New England Jeep dealers, by LoJack, by Honda, by Aflac, by your Boston area Lexus dealers, and by Citgo. These overhead pictures of beautiful Boston are brought to you courtesy of Hood. Hood donates $1,500 to children's hospitals throughout New England each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park. Trot Nixon taking a first pitch strike from Javier Vazquez. Jumps back out of the way of that inside pitch. 1-1. Mentioned the numbers for Vazquez in the first half and second half in terms of wins and losses. The ERA is much different as well. A 3.56 ERA before the break. 6.88 earned run average after the break.
It's hard to believe, too, Don, because this guy's got terrific stuff. I mean, I still think, not happening this year, but at some point, this guy is going to be the ace of this Yankee staff. Still young, great stuff.
Grounded foul, and it's 2-2.
Is that Kelly that made that play?
I think it might have been. Yes, it is.
Big star, Kelly.
I know.
Did you see her this week?
I did on Baseball Tonight. Javier Vazquez, 28 years of age, from Puerto Rico. Acquired by the Yankees from Montreal in exchange for Nick Johnson. Juan Rivera and Randy Choate. Choate, a reliever the Red Sox had seen before. Of course, Rivera was getting time in the outfield, and the Yankees really thought very highly of Nick Johnson, one of their own. They drafted within their own organization and came up, but sort of became expendable when Jason Giambi was picked up by New York. They could not have forecasted what kind of season it would have been this year, however, for Jason Giambi. Kind of a lost year.
Well, between Tony Clark and, of course, John Olerud, they have somehow been able to fill in that gap at first base.
Very nicely. Both defensively and offensively. Nixon going the opposite way to left. Matsui will have to play it off the scoreboard. Quickly back in, and Nixon's got to throw the brakes on and return to the bag at first.
Now Nixon continues to just absolutely crush the ball. 5 for his last 10, make it 6 for 11 as he takes the outside fastball from Vazquez. That ball moving away from him in a hard line drive off the scoreboard. One hop to Hideki Matsui, and of course Matsui, once he gets the ball, very good arm in the second base.
Great numbers in 10 games for Nixon against the Yankees this season. As Doug Mirabelli stands in for the first time tonight, 1 out, with Nixon at first. Held on by John Olerud. Mirabelli at 277, 8 homers, and 26 runs batted in. Last year in his final season in Montreal, Javier Vazquez was 13-12 in 34 starts for the Expos. He's been in the big leagues since 1998. And the most wins he's ever had in any one season. He won 16 games for the Expos in 2001. He was 16-11. Coming into tonight's action with 14 victories. Popped up foul. Back in our general direction and off to the right. Vazquez signing a 4-year contract with the Yankees after being acquired by New York. The contract extends through the 2007 season. Mirabelli struck by a pitch. Will head down to first base. The Red Sox have 2 on.
And that was on a changeup. A changeup from Vazquez will get Mirabelli right in the back. Nowhere to go on that one. Just take it right below the number 2.
So 1 out and 2 on. Red Sox have been hit 62 times. 13 of those 62 by Yankees pitchers. Cabrera rifles it down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Rattles around in the corner, but it somehow found some foul ground down that left field line where there is so little.
2 ex-teammates going against each other here. Vazquez and Cabrera with the Montreal Expos. And as you can see, clearly a foul ball. And you're right, not much room to go foul down that line.
We saw the Red Sox have been hit 6th most in the American League. The team that has hit the most are the New York Yankees. The 0-1 to Cabrera. Bounces in, kicks off Posada. Nixon's going to try it, and he'll get there. Nixon advances to third. Mirabelli remains at first on that one that kicked off Posada to his right.
Good aggressive base running there by Trot Nixon at first base. It's all in the secondary lead. You get off that bag, and once you see the ball bounce and deflect away, off you go. Now Mirabelli at first base, you see that ball's heading his direction, so much easier play for Posada to throw to second base if Mirabelli takes off.
First and third with 1 down. The 1-1 to Cabrera. Fouled off to the right. Cabrera has hit safely in 31 of his last 36 games. He's hitting at .262 so far against right-handed pitching. Off the outside edge, and it's 2-2. Millar grounded out to begin the inning. Nixon singled. Mirabelli was hit by a pitch. Nixon got to third on the wild pitch, charged to Vazquez. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Cabrera stays alive as he fouls it off the shoe tops of Posada.
Not that Mirabelli's going to be stealing, but Vazquez very, very difficult to get a jump on for those who can steal. He's very quick to home plate.
His steal is just 1 for 6, and he has picked off 3. Cabrera lifts it to center field. Lofton headed back. Plenty deep enough for Nixon to tag up and jog home. And just like that, we're tied at 1. What a job by Cabrera to wait on that breaking ball and lift it as far as he did to center field.
Well, and also the wild pitch becomes very big because that got Nixon to third base, and it makes Cabrera's job easier. Don't need a base hit. What you need is something deep enough to the outfield to get the run home, and that's certainly what he did there on the breaking ball.
So 2 down. Mirabelli remains at first, and here's Bill Miller. It's really something when you can send your number 9 hitter out there every night and know that he won a batting title a year ago. It tells you what kind of lineup you're throwing out there every night.
Don, you mentioned that Vazquez has only allowed 1 steal. That was the Torrey Hunter of Minnesota, and that came back on August the 18th.
Wow.
That's so unusual for a right-handed pitcher.
Chop to Olerud at first. He'll tag the bag alone. The Red Sox get a run. We're tied at 1. Stephen King hoping that tonight is not a nightmare for the Red Sox, who are tied at 1 in the top of the 3rd inning. And we welcome Charlie Moore and Ernie Bach Jr., the CEO of Subaru of New England, who are joining us up here in the booth as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Miguel Cairo leading it off. And gentlemen, from what I understand, Charlie, we'll start with you. You have a very exciting new show. We know you, of course, all your fishing over the years as the Mad Fisherman, which I have enjoyed and taken part in. But now you have a new venture, something different coming on NESN.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. And Ernie is the title sponsor, Jerry and Don. I mean, we're really excited. It's called Roughing It. And what we do is we take 2 comedians and 2 well-known athletes.
So third base, tough hop. Miller stays with it and throws out Cairo.
And we go out in the woods of New England and we rough it. It's unbelievable. The funny part, Jay, was the first shoot I did, I didn't realize that we were actually roughing it. I thought there'd be a Hilton somewhere or something, and there was actually a tent with my name on it. It was quite disappointing.
That's Don's idea of roughing it. The Ritz-Carlton and room service.
We asked Don to rough it. He was busy every single day. He was getting a manicure Monday through Thursday, and we couldn't make it. But
sounds like fun.
But we're awfully excited about it. And as I mentioned, you know, Subaru and Ernie they come aboard as a title sponsor, and you know, they go hand in hand out back. You know, Subaru.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, they're telling me the filming is going great. It should be a great show.
And it's called Roughing It, from what I understand.
Yeah, like I said, we've had Chris Nyland on. We've had, you know, celebrities, local flair, Ernie, right, who you and I were talking about in the booth, the local flair. And basically what you do is, you know, the comedians and the athletes get together, and a lot of them, you know, they might not like each other. You don't know until you get out there. We've already found out in 2 episodes, and
really?
Police visits later.
How are they with you? Do they like you so far, Charlie?
You know, I'm not really concerned about that, guys. It doesn't really come across my mind. I could care less. I'm there to do a job. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're doing very well.
Do you have like wild animals, like attack people and stuff like that?
Jim Kevlick, my friend Jim, he has Bear Patrol. Jim has Bear Patrol.
What was the last place you were?
We were up in way up in northern New Hampshire.
Nice.
Way up in northern New Hampshire, and like I said, we had so many great guests so far, Don. You know, NESN's obviously.
On the ground towards second base. Bellhorn rounds behind it. He gets it there just in time to get Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, boy. No, NESN is really excited about it, Don, because, I mean, Ernie's really jumping aboard the first original programming show that we're doing outside the box. I mean, there's the Red Sox and there's the Bruins, there's pregame, there's postgames. But this is basically an original show produced by a regional network. Right. And Sean McGrail and everybody, Bill Borson, has done that. And Ernie's the first one to jump aboard with a show like that. And we're awfully thankful to Ernie. And he's quite a man on his own. He's on the radio. He's on TV. He might even be a guest on the show. Are you going to come on the show and rough it?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
absolutely. You can't sleep in a Subaru, but I got a tent for you with your name.
Yeah, all right. All right.
When does the show start? When will we be able to see it?
The debut. Jerry, I noticed that you're kind of quiet over here. You think I'm going to ask you to come on the show for the 15th time again? I got to tell you.
I'm going to be out of the country.
One of your Rem Dog trips, getting someone married this week. Jerry, who's getting married this week?
If you have a tent with air conditioning.
I think you and I should run for governor of Massachusetts and see who wins.
No, you can go.
That's what I'm thinking, Don. No?
You can go. You can go.
But November 2nd, debuting at 9 o'clock on NESN. And a big thank you goes out to Sean McGrail and the Red Sox and the Bruins, Ernie.
Yeah.
And Bill Borson, the new VP of programming, for taking a leap of faith with, you know, the success of Charlie Moore Outdoors has been really, you know, the biggest show outside the Red Sox and Bruins. Bruins. Not just because I'm the host, Jerry. I mean, it's just not. No, I'm not even going there with that. I'm not even going.
No, it's popular.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Well, I got a little prize for you. A little prize for doing absolutely nothing, Don, in the third inning. I got a Trinidad cigar for all of you. And as you know, Jerry, every time I come here, I give this for the the World Series Championship cigar right here.
Well,
so I got a Trinidad courtesy ABC cigar. My brother Chris and
thank you very
Ernie.
much.
Sure, I'll take one.
Look, take one. Don't just take one. Take two. Take two.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being a sponsor. And hopefully everyone tune in November 2nd at 9 p.m.
And when you're roughing it, you might have to eat this.
Thank you, guys, and good luck. We
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining
Go Red
us.
Sox, baby. Go Red Sox.
Go Sox.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck.
3-1 to Jeter is grounded foul outside of third base. And a full count to Jeter with 2 down in the inning. A-Rod waiting on deck as Wakefield is now retired 5 in a row. Outfield defense straight away for Jeter. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the night for Wakefield. The Yankees down in order, tied at 1.
Hey, Jerry, see you kind of eyeballing my chicken there. Ixnay on the ick and shay. All right, babe? What's that, Mikey? You want a little something, something? How about a nice 5-piece box of Don't Touch My Chicken Select? Everybody get the memo? This right here is a Don't Take My Chicken Select zone. What are you doing? Turn around, go back. Don't touch my chicken. All right? These chicken selects are new, and they're mine. Yummy. Put the chicken down and step slowly away from the deliciousness.
Bristol Toyota in Bristol, Rhode Island is proud to announce its September clearance event. How about the 2005 Camry, America's #1 selling car, for only $16,872, or lease it for $178 per month? Or how about the 2005 Corolla for $13,890, or lease it for $165 per month? If it's a pre-owned car or truck you're looking for, Bristol Toyota carries all the makes, and their selection has never been better. See why Bristol Toyota is the dealer where friends send friends every day.
Life is full of milestones. That's why Sovereign Bank offers milestone banking. So you can grow, achieve, and thrive. Sovereign Bank.
You think of how accidents occur, how everything happens so fast. Then you think about how you can create anti-roll technology that reacts even faster. You think about that, then you build the Volvo.
Last half of the third inning, tied at 1. Johnny Damon, Mark Bellhorn, and Manny Ramirez. The top of the Red Sox order to face Javier Vazquez. Damon grounded out to first base in the first inning. Sir, I love Charlie Moore. I fished with him before, but I got to tell you, I don't think I would ever rough it with Charlie Moore out in the woods in a tent. I think I'd pass. Sort of hoping I don't get asked.
Well, I tried to get you out of that.
I know. 2-1 to Damon.
Now we wish him a lot of luck and hope the show's a success. Seems like everything Charlie touches becomes a success.
Yes. Fouled off to the left. It evens up at 2-2. Damon hitting at .321 against right-handed pitching. Very respectable .280 against lefties. Vazquez comes inside to him, and it's a full count now. Vazquez has been operating with his fastball around 91, 92. Damon fooled on that pitch, and he waves at that to strike out. First strikeout for Vazquez.
Well, your favorite young Red Sox fans will love Fenway 123, the Red Sox Wives News children's book. A full-color hardcover book features original artwork by Red Sox wives celebrating the highlights of a day at Fenway Park. Proceeds benefit the Jimmy Fund Children's Hospital and the Children's AIDS Program at Boston Medical Center. You can purchase your copy beginning October 1st at all Boston area Barnes & Noble locations or at www.bn.com.
Here's Mark Bellhorn getting his second look tonight at Javier Vazquez, who walked back in the first inning. Vazquez has given up the majority of his runs this season over the first 3 innings. Here he is in the third and has given up only 1 as this one is carved foul off to the left. Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Tonight's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy. Innings 1 through 3, Vazquez has given up 57 earned runs. Innings 4 through 8, 42. One chop foul down towards the tarp area. You see the breakdown in terms of ERA. But he's struggled lately. Over the last 7 starts, he's 1-4 with a 7.34 earned run average. Popped up foul off third base. Posada and Rodriguez chase, but that'll end up on the roof of the Yankees dugout. Mark Bellhorn was the hero here on Tuesday night, clubbing a 2-out 2-run single in the 9th to give the Red Sox a 3-2 walk-off win against the Orioles. Swing and a miss this time, and he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric?
All right, Don, thanks very much. Of course, yesterday's game creating a lot of controversy. The fact that Pedro Martinez stayed in the game, and then Pedro's post-game comments drawing a lot of controversy and a lot of interesting talk after what he said last night. Here's some of what Pedro said after last night's loss to the Yankees.
I can't find a way to beat them at this point. You just have to give them credit and say, hey, you guys beat me, not my team. Today they beat me, and let it go. They're that good. They're that hot right now, against me at least.
Well, very sincere comments. Certainly, we all know how smart Pedro is, guys. You wonder if there's a hidden message somewhere in there, if he's trying to set the Yankees up. You know he's never going to turn down getting a chance to pitch against them in the playoffs, but you never really hear something like that from a major league player, especially a future Hall of Famer like Pedro Martinez after a regular season game like that.
Well, I don't think it's a case of setting anybody up. I see it as a guy that's totally frustrated of what's happened between him and New York over his last few starts. I think he battled hard last night. They end up scoring more runs late in the game off him, and just totally frustrated by that.
So left hit well. Matsui back on the dirt of the warning track to make the catch. Red Sox down in order, tied at 1. Yankees rivalry in 2004 is brought to you by Wendy's. Last Friday night at Yankee Stadium, the base hit for Johnny Damon, and really the mistake out there by Lofton, who didn't get a good jump. It falls in. Unable to believe it was Mariano Rivera. And the Red Sox able to win that game 3-2 at Yankee Stadium. Damon, the hero that night. The 0-1 to A-Rod as a pop-up. Back goes Millar to short right. He can't catch it. Off the tip of his glove. That had trouble written all over it as he started to duck back, and it ends up that A-Rod is at first base to begin the inning.
Well, anytime an infielder gets caught backpedaling after a pop-up, a lot of times it's going to end up in trouble, and that's the case here. That ball carries deeper than Millar expected. When you get backpedaling that way, that has trouble written all over it.
Millar charged with the error. It breaks up a string of 6 in a row retired by Tim Wakefield. Just the second Yankee to reach. Hideki Matsui the other, and he hit the home run to right. There's Sheffield, who popped out to Doug Mirabelli back in the first inning. Back to the backstop. Sheffield down 0-1.
Been a difficult couple of days at first base for Kevin Millar last night as he kind of run sideways after a pop-up and then had to backpedal again. Couldn't make it. And tonight, backpedaling and not getting the glove on it.
Wakefield has slowed it up with the runner at first base as he checks on A-Rod. Gary Sheffield received a cortisone shot in his left shoulder after last Sunday's game against the Red Sox. A shoulder that has been troublesome all year long and has been battling the pain.
.28 steals for A-Rod, thrown out 4 times. Top 2 guys in the lineup have a total of 50 steals and have been caught 6 times. Excuse me, 8 times. 22-4 for Jeter, 28-4 for A-Rod.
1-1 now to Sheffield. Sheffield, an all-star this season, representing the Yankees, his 8th all-star selection of his career. And the first time as a member of the American League all-star team. A strike to Sheffield. He'll walk away shaking his head. Down 1-2.
Sheffield thought this knuckleball may have been inside. It looks like it picks up the inside corner.
Foul to the backstop. And it's time now for our Aflac trivia question. And the question tonight is, what is the Yankees team record for most home runs in one season? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning.
I think I guess at that.
What do you think?
240.
I'll tell you next inning. But it's a very good guess. Popped up foul. Miller giving chase over by the seats, but he won't have any room as it's back a couple of rows deep. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 100+ RBIs with 5 different teams. It's also been an all-star with 5 different teams. The first player in Major League history to represent 5 different teams in the all-star game. San Diego, Florida, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and this season for the Yankees. Sure, we should also mention our friend Joe Campanelli, who joined us from Sovereign Bank in spring training. He was the president back then when he joined us. He's just been named the CEO, so we congratulate Joe.
Oh, congratulations, Joe. My $5. I wonder how much it's worth now.
I think it was 10.
Oh, did I put in 10?
Yes, I think it was 10. He's now the CEO of Sovereign Bank. Wish him well. So a chop foul over by the Yankees dugout.
I'm sure Joe's been keeping a tight eye on that $10 that I gave him to put in.
The 2-2 to Sheffield will have to wait as Wakefield checks on Rodriguez. The only hit off Wakefield tonight, the home run by Hideki Matsui. A-Rod reaching at first on the error by Millar. To left field, over goes Ramirez. And he'll make the catch for the first out. A-Rod back to the bag at first.
Sheffield has not had much success in his career against Wakefield. 231 coming into the game. 0 for 2 here tonight. That ball actually was down toward the label of the bat for Wakefield, and the fly ball to Ramirez in left field.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here's Matsui. The only blemish so far for Tim Wakefield tonight. For Matsui, it was his 28th home run. Anaheim beating Oakland today, as we see Matsui's great numbers against the Red Sox this season. Anaheim began the day 3 games back of Oakland, so that AL West situation is tightening up.
Yeah, that West probably could go right down to that last weekend when Anaheim plays Oakland for 3 games in Oakland.
All of a sudden now Texas very much back in the mix as well. Those two kind of washing each other out a little bit. You never know what Texas could do in the last week as well, as we see they're just 3 games back of Oakland. While the A's and Angels play each other. 3-0 now to Hideki Matsui.
Matsui with a long look down to the third base coach, Luis Sojo, see if he's got the green light. 3-0.
Taking, and he takes a strike.
Now, Luis Sojo was not activated this year by the Yankees.
Not yet. A little late for the playoff roster. There goes A-Rod on the 3-1, and it's chopped foul outside of first base. Hideki Matsui with a game-tying solo home run in the 8th inning is part of a 3-for-4 night. And last night's action, and here tonight with a solo shot off Tim Wakefield in the 2nd inning. His 28th round tripper of the year. The Red Sox would come back and tie the score on a sacrifice fly by Cabrera, scoring Nixon in the 2nd inning.
I think what frustrated Pedro on that home run, the fact that that fastball was supposed to be away, it stayed inside, and Matsui hit the home run.
Pitch number 50 of the night. A-Rod off with the pitch, and it is ball 4 to Matsui. So the first walk of the night surrendered by Tim Wakefield. Mirabelli out to talk to Wakefield, joined by Millar. As the Yankees have A-Rod at second base, Hideki Matsui at first with 1 out. And the Yankees will be sending Bernie Williams to the plate. Well, the Yankees back here tomorrow for the final game of the series, and we have found out who the Yankee starter will be. Apparently Kevin Brown will get the start here for tomorrow for New York, and he will be activated from the DL to face Kurt Schilling.
Kevin Brown early this afternoon was out in left field, and they were hitting him ground balls like as if he was, making plays back through the middle. He had a glove, I guess, that had some special padding put in, and he will be out there tomorrow for the Yankees, which was kind of a surprise. Plus, it had not been announced who the starter was going to be until just prior to game time tonight.
2 on, 1 away, and here's Bernie Williams, who grounded out to second base his first time up. Away, and It's 1-1. Bernie Williams had a couple of doubles here last night as part of the Yankees win. He has now hit safely in his last 5 games. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
This knuckleball seemed to be a little bit harder from Wakefield, away from Bernie Williams.
Alex Rodriguez at second, Hideki Matsui at first with 1 down. On the ground, down the first baseline, Millard picks it. He'll take it alone to retire Bernie Williams, but the runners move up. A-Rod to third, Hideki Matsui to second, and now 2 outs in the inning.
Kevin Millar playing fairly close to that first base line with Wakefield pitching. You expect left-handers to pull the ball off him, and he's able to cover the ground here to get that play on Bernie Williams. Right to the line. He'll take it himself and take a check of the runner at third base, A-Rod.
Well, the conversation here, Mirabelli back out there to talk to Wakefield. They'll be dealing with the switch-hitting Yankees catcher Jorge Posada, as they have just taken care of the switch-hitting DH and Bernie Williams. Posada fly to right his first time up. Posada's numbers in this situation have not been the best, hitting at just 170 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. To left center field, Damon on the run over towards the track, looking up, and that's off the wall. Rodriguez scores. Matsui's in behind him. 2 runs in for New York. A 2-run wall ball double off the bat of Jorge Posada has the Yankees on top 3-1.
Well, Posada there taking advantage of Fenway Park as he goes to the opposite field. Tonight, the wind gusting out in that area, out toward left field. Plus Yankee Stadium, that's an out at Fenway Park. It's a double, and it drives in 2 runs. So those 2-out numbers for Posada just improved with that double.
Here's John Olerud, who popped out to short his first time up. Olerud originally a Toronto Blue Jays 3rd-round pick back in 1989. And after he was drafted, went right to the major leagues. Never spent a day in the minor leagues. Just the 3rd player since 1965 to make that claim. Joining Dave Winfield, who was drafted and then never spent a day in the minor leagues, and former Braves 3rd baseman Bob Horner. Popped up foul. Mirabelli coming back towards the screen, and he'll make the catch. Ends the inning, but the Yankees lead at 3-1.
S-A-C-C-U-C-C-I, Sakuchi, it's the name to drive. That's how you spell it. We're here to tell it. One name stands above the rest. Our reputation is your protection. So come on in, put us to the test. S-A-C-C-U-C-C-I, Sakuchi, it's the name to drive.
The only way that manufacturing is going to remain healthy and viable here in the United States is if we have passionate spokesmen in Washington. And the fact that Senator Dodd got an amendment raised and passed in the Senate is a clear indication that one person can make a huge difference.
We ought to be doing everything we can to encourage businesses here to hire people here to do the job. We ought to be exporting our services. We ought to be exporting our products. We ought not to be exporting our jobs.
This is Chris Dodd, and I approve this message.
Are you searching for waterfront luxury? Harper Ramos and Sheridan Real Estate presents this elegant waterfront estate. Experience life on exquisite Papa Squash Point in Bristol, Rhode Island. Constructed in 2002, there are 4,200 square feet on a single level, including an elegant master suite, generous great room, a gourmet kitchen, waterfront study, and an additional 4,000 square feet for waterfront lower level expansion. Price upon request. Contact Karen Ramos for a private showing. 401-864-4413.
Last half of the fourth inning, David Ortiz to lead it off for the Red Sox, now dealing with a 2-run deficit as the Yankees come up with a pair in the top half of this inning. Ortiz batting for the second time tonight. He's fly to the warning track in right field. Fouled off to the left, and it's 0-2. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. It's a Yankees team record for most home runs in a season. The answer, Jerry, you were correct. 240 back in 1961. Roger Maris led the Yankees with a record 61 home runs that season. Mickey Mantle hit 54 of his own. Skowron with 28. Yogi Berra 22.
Who's Skowron?
What did I say?
Skowron.
Close. Elston Howard, Johnny Blanchard.
Were you born in 61?
No.
They're excused.
8 years later. 2-2 to Ortiz.
That's Yogi Berra.
Yes, I know who Yogi.
Elston Howard and Johnny Blanchard.
I get everything right except for Bill's.
Skowron.
The Yankees won the pennant and beat the Reds in the World Series 4-1 that year. Ortiz goes the opposite way to left. That's Suey there to make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers, by Miller Lite, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. So one away here in the last half of the fourth inning. Here's Kevin Millar. He made an error to begin the top half of the fourth inning. It proved to be costly. The Yankees scoring 2 unearned runs. The Red Sox have given up a fair amount of unearned runs overall this season. Millar crushes it foul. But certainly against the Yankees, over the last 11 games against New York, the Red Sox have given up 15 unearned runs. The 1-1. The way 2-1. The league leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. Millar has enjoyed his time at Fenway Park. The highest batting average, American League leaders, has him third, only behind Mora and Ivan Rodriguez. Well, the Red Sox in the season series against New York certainly started off very quickly. The first 7 games, the Red Sox were 6-1. But over the last 10 games, the Red Sox are 3-7 against New York. They begin the night 5.5 back of the Yankees. Popped up down the first baseline. Olerud with a long run. Sheffield as well, and it falls harmlessly in foul ground.
Now that ball was up in the air a long time, and again that breeze pushing it back toward the field of play, but nobody, including Cairo, Olerud, and Sheffield, could get to it. Kelly was the only chance, maybe, and she almost ran right into it.
And she's got to grab that chair and get out of the way. She would have handled that one with ease.
It's a nice job to pick up everything there and get out of the way.
Gonna get all your stuff and go.
Yeah, you gather it very quickly. Full count to Millar. Posada set up outside. Millar reaching after that one and fouling it off. The fastball at 94 miles per hour for Vazquez. Starting to heat it up here. as he works with one down in the last half of the fourth inning.
The guys that have the most at bats against Vazquez, guys that came from the National League, Bill Miller, Kevin Millar. Millar with 20 at bats coming into the game tonight.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up as Vazquez has retired 6 Red Sox in a row. They got Millar last time to ground out to shortstop. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Millar's aboard. The second walk of the night given up by Javier Vazquez.
After a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, he tries to turn the fastball over and run it back into Millar and just missed the inside corner. Vazquez thought he had it. There's that running fastball at about 88 inside.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here's Trot Nixon. Nixon has the only Red Sox hit of the night. So he singled to left field and came around to score the lone Boston run. Moving the hands out of the way, and he gets the bad news from Philton Culbreth that it's a strike. Some very impressive numbers for Nixon since coming off the DL. And that's without the benefit of really much of a rehab stint, just a couple of games with the Pawtucket Red Sox before their season came to an end when they had nowhere else to rehab. And timing has really never been a problem for Trot since coming back. Nixon, of course, signing a new deal with the Red Sox during the offseason. Was really clamoring to play this season and really never had the chance to until very late in the year. Started with the back and then had all the quad issues. And it seemed like it was one thing after another that kept him on the shelf and added to the frustration.
Well, it won't be a totally lost season because he's getting a chance to play here late in the year and then also in postseason if he can stay healthy. And if he can do that, you'll forget about a lot of what happened earlier this season.
Swing and a miss. Nixon goes chasing and strikes out.
Very good changeup from Vazquez there. He's had a good one tonight. He got both Damon and Bellhorn on changeups for strikeouts in the third inning, and it's a changeup again here to Trot Nixon. Super slow motion again tonight.
Third strikeout for Javier Vazquez. Nixon, the latest victim. And there's Doug Mirabelli, who was hit by a pitch in the second inning. First pitch strike to Mirabelli. Millar at first base. He walked with 1 out. He's still there with 2 down. The center field and deep. Lofton heading back towards the triangle, looking up, and it's gone. 2-run home run to tie the game by Doug Mirabelli.
Gets a fastball out over the plate and takes it to straightaway center field, actually out toward the triangle area and in the first couple of rows of the bleachers. We mentioned home runs have been a problem. That's the 31st allowed this year for Vazquez.
Yeah, Cabrera with a wild swing at the first one. It's the 9th home run of the season for Doug Mirabelli. That one just kept carrying and carrying. Here's Lofton chased. Mirabelli has tied the score at 3.
That ball was really crushed by Mirabelli. See the fastball? He gets it out over the outside part of the plate, doesn't try to pull it, and drives it to center field. Mirabelli wasn't sure was going to make it. A hit off that wall. He was going hard. It does make it into the first couple of rows of the center field bleachers.
His first home run since August the 24th. Last home run he hit was at Toronto off Batista. He had 31 at bats in between. Two-1. Solidly on the ground and into left. Cabrera's first hit of the night. .23 pitch inning so far for Javier Vazquez and 74 total as Mel Stottlemyre makes his way towards the mound. The best view of tonight's game is from the Hood Lightship. Hood is proud to support children's hospitals throughout New England through a partnership with the Boston Red Sox. They have provided some great pictures over the homestand here and a great look tonight at a sellout crowd at Fenway Park. In game 2 of the series between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Vazquez with 74 total pitches and retired 6 Red Sox in a row until Millar walked. With 1 out of the inning, then Nixon struck out. Mirabelli hits a 2-run home run to tie the score at 3. Orlando Cabrera has singled, and here's Bill Miller. Hits it to right. Sheffield has it in his sights. 2-run shot for Mirabelli. The score tied at 3 at the end of 4. 3-3 the score as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Mirabelli with a 2-run shot to tie the score.
Mirabelli knows on contact that he's hit it well. Was it high enough to get out? And it certainly was. Mirabelli picking up his 9th home run and his 27th and 28th run batted in.
His 2nd career home run on Vazquez, as on the first pitch of this inning, Miguel Cairo was struck in the arm by a pitch. Leadoff man on for New York.
Now Cairo's been hit twice in this series. Last night a Pedro Martinez breaking ball got him on the backside. This time the knuckleball gets him off the arm. He's among the lead leaders in getting hit by pitch. So far on the season for Cairo, that's the 14th time he's been hit.
So the lead runner is on for New York for the 3rd time in 5 innings. Cairo at first. Kenny Lofton grounded out to second base his first time up. Right center field, Johnny Damon. 1 away. Cairo back to the bag at first. Lofton's not played in the last 4 games, but in there tonight and very aggressive in 2 at-bats, 0 for 2.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen him in a Yankee Red Sox game since that ball that he did not catch Mariano Rivera at Yankee Stadium in game 1 of that series. Johnny Damon at the plate, the fly ball to the outfield, and Lofton just slowed up, and Rivera wanted that play made.
So not played much lately. I mentioned the last 4 games for him, but in there tonight, he is grounded out to second base, flied out to center. Cairo back at the bag at first.
He'll run. He's got 11 steals on the season, caught 3 times.
Derek Jeter is fouled out to Doug Mirabelli and struck out swinging. The only strikeout Tim Wakefield has tonight. Jeter against Wakefield coming into tonight's action. 17 for 48, hitting at .354. And Jeter has 3 home runs in his career off Tim Wakefield. On the ground to second base. Bellhorn to second for 1, on to first. They turn it late in developing, but the result, a very good one. Gone are the Yankees, who are tied at 3.
Hi, I'm Julie from the car store.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy, along with Eric Freed, back at Fenway Park. Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and Yankees, tied at 3. Damon takes strike 1.
Orlando Cabrera comes charging across the bag. You see how that ball ended up in the webbing of the glove, and Cabrera really has to speed things up with Cairo right on top of him, and he turns over that double play beautifully. He has no fear of runners coming into him at second base.
It gives you that hard, accurate throw just about every time. The 0-2 to Damon, missing 1 and 2. Javier Vazquez giving up a 2-run home run last inning to Doug Mirabelli. He's still only given up 3 hits tonight to the Red Sox in 4+ innings. Runs that away from Damon, and it evens up now at 2 and 2. Vazquez has 3 strikeouts tonight. He's walked 2. And about to throw his 80th pitch of the night. He uses it to strike out Johnny Damon for the second time tonight.
Well, don't miss the all-new Sports Desk, complete with a new host, Hazel May, a new set and a new time. It's your first word in local sports nightly at 10 or following Red Sox baseball coverage and mornings at 5. The new look Sports Desk tonight, right after Red Sox baseball programming.
One down in the last of the 5th. Mark Bellhorn has walked and struck out tonight.
Don, I have to mention this. I got a letter today from Mrs. Fern, and I'm going to say Mueller. It's spelled the same way as Bill Miller, but I'm going to guess she pronounces it Mueller. It's from Swansea, Massachusetts. She's a 2-time cancer survivor, and she just lost her husband of cancer at 90 years old. And she sent me a check, $1,000, to send to the Jimmy Fund. So I want to thank her very much. I'll be sure to make sure that that gets there. And we're sorry about your loss. Big Red Sox fan, watches all the games. It's amazing how many people down at Rem Dogs on Yorkie Way, they just hand you checks. Would you please give this to the Jimmy Fund?
Had a lot this year, haven't you?
Yes, a lot. And this one for $1,000. So we thank her very much, and we're sure to get it there as soon as possible.
Bellhorn jolts one towards the gap in left center field. That's going to get down and one off the wall. Watson getting it too quickly, but Bellhorn into second base with a 1-out double.
Well, as Johnny Damon says, how he and Bellhorn go will determine how the offense goes. And Bellhorn here with the opposite field 1 hop against the Bob Store sign. Fastball going with it. Some pretty good hitting going on. We saw Doug Mirabelli with a fastball away take the ball to the right field side of center field. That time Bellhorn gets a fastball away and shoots in the left field gap.
In scoring position now at 1 down, setting the table for Manny Ramirez. Fly to the track in left, fly to the track in left. As he grounds left side and through into left field. Bellhorn was headed back to the bag at second and will only reach third base. He thought Jeter had a chance to get that.
Yeah, you've got to make sure on a ball like that it gets through. The last thing you want to have happen when you're in scoring position is be thrown out of third base. It's a tough ball to read. You know, you think it might go through, but you've got to be sure. And, of course, once you hesitate like that, there's no way you can score. Vazquez unhappy it gets through the infield, but no run will come home. And Stottlemyre again will come out of the dugout.
Second time he's been out there to talk to his starter. The Red Sox with runners at the corners now, one down. Willie Randolph talking it over with Joe Torre. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Tied at 3, last half of the 5th inning. Bellhorn at third, Ramirez at first, and here's David Ortiz. Line into left field, a base hit. From third comes Bellhorn with the lead. The Red Sox lead it 4-3.
Again, another Red Sox hitter going the other way against Vazquez. Ortiz gets that first pitch fastball away and takes it to the opposite field for the base hit. Ortiz picking up his 132nd RBI of the season.
The Yankees had a 3-1 lead. The Red Sox now lead it 4-3. Still batting with one out. Maguire checking his swing and fouling it off. Action in the Yankees bullpen. Worcester's Tanya Sturtz pitched so well against the Red Sox in a relief appearance at Yankee Stadium last weekend. Vazquez has given up 3 straight hits since the strikeout of Damon. Inside to even the count at 1-1. Maguire grounded to short in the second. He walked and scored in the fourth. Came around on the 2-run home run by Doug Mirabelli. Foul down by the shoe tops, 1-2. Sought out to talk to Vazquez, who has now just reached 90 pitches. Ramirez at second, Ortiz at first, a run in, one away. Pretty impressive from Maguire against the Yankees. On the ground outside of third and foul. A-Rod picks it, but all for naught, a foul ball. Maguire with 5 home runs against New York. Only Manny Ramirez has more for the Red Sox against the Yankees this season. He has 7. On and away, and it's 2-2. On deck is Trot Nixon. Spiraling off the backside is Vazquez. Didn't throw. Damon struck out to begin the inning. Mark Bellhorn doubled. Ramirez singled. And with runners at the corners, Ortiz singling to drive in Bellhorn with the go-ahead run. Runners at first and second now with one down. Maguire pops it up. Jeter a step or two on the outfield grass. And there's 2 down.
Looks like Vazquez now starting to mix in a few more breaking balls. It's been basically fastball changeup in this game. That time he gets Millar to pop up on the breaking ball. He's got a good one. It sounds like it hits right toward the end of the bat for Kevin Millar.
So 2 down in the inning. And here's Trot Nixon, who has singled and struck out tonight. Fooled on that pitch. Vazquez has 4 strikeouts in the game. He struck out Damon twice tonight. Bellhorn has 1 and Trot Nixon has 1. And he's really kept Nixon off balance with those swings.
Back-to-back changeups. He's had some excellent changeups against the Red Sox left-handed hitters.
Ramirez at second, Ortiz at first, 2 down. Nixon lifts it down the left field line back into the seats. Fractured the bat and gets a new one. Nixon tonight participating in his 43rd game of the season. As tonight the Red Sox play in their 154th. Center field, a base hit. Swain's going to send Ramirez. Here comes Manny. The throw to third base is going to be not in time. Ramirez scores, and the Red Sox lead it 5-3. It was almost a case of where Ortiz could have been thrown out at third before Manny crossed the plate.
The key here is Nixon again, the changeup. And this time is able to stay back long enough. 2-strike changeup down and away, and again Nixon is center field for the base hit. I tell you what, but Nixon has been unbelievable. But you know, to hit pitches like that. Here's the throw to third base. Manny's in clearly at home plate, and the slide is safe as Ortiz at third.
So 2 runs in for the Red Sox here so far in the last half of the 5th. And Boston on top 5-3. And here comes Joe Torre. As Tanyan starts up in the bullpen, and Javier Vazquez, who's thrown 97 pitches, has thrown his last tonight. So he gives up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs so far to the Red Sox. Step aside with a pitching change from Fenway Park. Red Sox now on top 5-3. David Ortiz at third base here, and it's been quite an inning for the Red Sox.
The impressive thing about these at-bats, the guys are taking what Vazquez would give them. That ball down and away to Ortiz, takes it to the opposite field. Another changeup down, and Nixon right back up the middle with the base hit.
So Vazquez out of the game after 97 pitches. So far he's been charged with 5 runs. He's still responsible for the 2 men on. And he turns things over to Tanyan Sturtz.
25th appearance overall for Sturtz. He has made 3 starts. His record is 6-2. And as Don mentioned a little bit earlier, did very well against the Red Sox in relief in that series at Yankee Stadium.
Doug Mirabelli, the batter, has been on base twice tonight, hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, and then hit the 2-run home run to tie the game in the 4th. The first pitch strike from Sturtz. David Ortiz at third. Trot Dixon over at first base. 2 down. Eighteen of those 40 hits for Mirabelli, extra bases. Check swing, very defensive swing, and it is Mirabelli who gets hit on it.
Well, they're going to give Mirabelli first base. The question is, did he swing at it?
It appeared he was trying to, yes.
And Joe Torre's going to question that right now.
They want to check, and Jim Wolf, first base umpire, said no, he did not. Torre wanted Colbert to check, he did. Wolf said no.
Let's take one more look. If he's swinging again here, it's a strike. Oh, and they say he did held up, and you know what?
They're right.
That looks like a good call. Mirabelli certainly starts to swing, then he gets hit on the elbow, and it looked like he did control the head of the bat. The best look is from this first angle right here, and you'll see that Mirabelli did not lose control of the head of that bat. Did a good job holding up. So a painful way to go to first base, but he's there.
The second time he's been hit by a pitch tonight. The Yankees can't believe it, but the umpires are right. Loads the bases with 2 down. Ortiz at third, Nixon at second, and now Mirabelli at first for Cabrera. Orlando hit a sacrifice fly in the second inning, and then he singled in the fourth. The strike, and it evens the count at 1-1.
Now Sturch has been with many different teams in his major league career. The Cubs, the Rangers, the White Sox, Devil Rays, Blue Jays. He actually came over from the Dodgers back in April.
They traded on May 15th for a player to be named later. His first sent to Columbus. Right field, Gary Sheffield almost in his tracks out there, makes the catch. 2-run bottom of the fifth for Boston as the Red Sox on top 5-3. Back at Fenway Park, this game summary is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Hideki Matsui with a solo home run in the second inning off Tim Wakefield. It was the first hit Wakefield would give up of the night. The Red Sox trailing 3-1 in the fourth inning when Doug Mirabelli would hit his 9th home run of the season in center field to tie the score at 3. The Red Sox able to move ahead on a single by David Ortiz. Scores Mark Bellhorn and gives the Red Sox the lead. The Red Sox adding another run as part of that 2-run bottom of the fifth, and Boston on top now 5-3. A 22-minute wait for Tim Wakefield while the Red Sox were compiling those 2 runs. Wakefield has thrown 63 pitches tonight through the first 5 innings. And he will have to deal with Alex Rodriguez, Gary Sheffield, and Hideki Matsui. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez losing his balance on that cut. Alex Rodriguez fouled out to the catcher and reached on an error. This time down 0-2. The Yankees have just 2 hits through the first 5. The home run by Hideki Matsui in the second inning. And then a double by Jorge Posada in the fourth inning. So the Red Sox starter still in there. Javier Vazquez now out of the game. The Yankees starter went 4 2/3 tonight, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned runs. He walked 2 and struck out 4. He threw 97 pitches, 60 for strikes. On the ground, Cabrera on to first for the first out of the inning. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric?
Don, a couple of pitching updates. You mentioned before Kevin Brown will be the starter here on Sunday. That announcement made today by the Yankees. Joe Torre saying before the game he expects Brown to go 3 or 4 innings depending on the number of pitches he throws. Remember, he broke the hand on September 3rd punching the clubhouse wall with his glove hand. Had a good side session yesterday. Had to have someone else catch in the bullpen for him, but he has a specially padded glove. He's going to give it a go tomorrow. Now, from the Red Sox point of view, we have to look ahead to Monday. Bronson Arroyo was trying to fly down to Florida today, but because of Hurricane Gene moving in, Arroyo is going to have to travel with the team, maybe on Monday depending on the weather. So they watch the hurricane in Florida as the Sox get set to go down there tomorrow night, Don.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. An outstanding bid at third base by Bill Miller and a diving try, but the throw not in time.
Yeah, great play here by Bill Miller going right to the line. He gets up as quickly as he possibly can, but Sheffield still runs pretty well, and he'll beat it down at first base. But what an attempt by Bill Miller. Wakefield thought he had the out.
So the infield hit, the third hit of the night for New York. Sheffield able to beat it out. And here comes Hideki Matsui, who's been on base twice, a home run and a walk tonight. Eric Freed talking about Bronson Arroyo trying to get down there to Tampa Bay. The Red Sox may have some trouble getting out of here tomorrow.
Yeah, they're obviously getting hit again down in Florida, and it's on the East Coast that's going to get hit. Depending on where it goes from there, most of the airports I'm sure are going to be closed. They don't want planes going down there and be stuck there for a couple of days. So I guess our plans are kind of up in the air.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay is scheduled to play Toronto tomorrow. They've already postponed that game for tomorrow.
They have.
Yes, so they're not even going to make it up. It's just canceled, not even postponed. There'll be no makeup date. The team will be involved in the postseason. Swing and a miss by Matsui, down 0-2.
We have a mutual off day, I believe, on Thursday.
Correct.
So it's quite possible, depending on how bad things get, they could move the whole series back one day and play the 3 games.
They're scheduled to travel tomorrow night after the ball game here tomorrow afternoon, but wait and see. Chopped right side towards Bellhorn. The high hop. He goes to second base and gets the lead runner, Gary Sheffield. Matsui will reach at first with now 2 down.
No chance for a double play, so no rush on either part. Bellhorn or Cabrera, they just want to make sure they get that force out at second base. Sheffield getting out of the way of the baseball, and then Cabrera making the tag, the force out, and getting out of the way.
Bernie Williams fouling it to the backstop. So tonight, the Tampa Bay beat Toronto 6-5. They had a 9:15 curfew there, though, Jerry. They were able to get out before the end of the game.
Well, my daughter is down in southern Florida. They're on the East Coast. And they have a 6 o'clock curfew this evening for the whole area. So I think they expect the storm to hit landfall somewhere, about 2-3 o'clock this morning is the last I heard.
1-1 fouled off to the left. Boy, it's been a tough hurricane year. One after the other coming through. Matsui at first base with 2 away here in the 6th inning. The Red Sox on top 5-3. Bernie Williams 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Inside.
Wakefield trying to sneak the fastball by Bernie Williams with 2 strikes. Misses the inside corner.
Up and away, and a full count now to Bernie Williams. The Yankees got a run in the second, 2 in the fourth. The Red Sox a run in the second, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. And ball 4 to Bernie Williams. Down to first base with the second Tim Wakefield walk of the night. So 2 on, 2 outs, and Jorge Posada coming up. Posada getting his first hit of the series last time up, a double to drive in a pair of runs. RBIs 75 and 76. Up and away, and Mirabelli out of the crouch.
No activity as of yet down in that Red Sox bullpen.
This will be pitch number 80 of the night for Tim Wakefield with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Line to right field. It is a fair ball in trouble as it heads down towards the corner. And Suey will score. Williams is going to try and score to tie the game, and he will.
That's going to be fan interference, Don. This is going to be interesting to see where they put that runner. You know, if Nixon feels that ball without interference, I'm not so sure Bernie Williams would have scored on that. Let's see here. If a fan reaches over and touches the baseball right there, okay, then it bounces out toward Trot Nixon. The question is now it becomes the umpire's judgment on where those runners should be. Do they think Williams would have scored? If not, they've got to put him back at third base. If they think he was going to score, they let him score.
And they do here to tie the score at 5. And Torrey was out there arguing. He thought they were going to ask him to go back to third, and they weren't. So he got out there, talked to Jim Wolf, and these scores now 5-5.
So there's the interference right there. Just getting a finger on that baseball, and that becomes fan interference. So then it becomes a judgment call for the umpire. Would that runner have been able to score? And I'm not so sure, Don, that if that ball is fielded by Trot Nixon, he would have scored. Now, it really didn't change directions all that much or slow it up all that much. But I think it looks like the umpires are going to give Bernie Williams home plate. Right now, it's being questioned by Terry Francona with the first base umpire.
A lot of times you see them reach over and it changed direction dramatically. It really didn't change direction all that dramatically.
It actually moved it back a little bit toward Nixon, but it did slow it up some. And if that ball hits the wall and goes out there, you know, Trot's right up against that wall, I'm not so sure. I'm not 100% sure that Williams would have been able to score. And here it comes, and you see the fan reach out right there and kick it back toward the field of play.
We're going to have a full-fledged conference now with all 4 umpires, Jerry.
And that's what it's going to be about. Could Bernie Williams score if there was no fan interference? That's what they're going to be talking about.
Torrey first went out to argue. They told him they were going to give him the plate. Torrey left, and then out came Terry Francona. Now they're all going to get together. They check with McClellan. And Tim McClellan will now explain it to Terry Francona.
I don't think Terry's liking what he's hearing right now. You know, it's such a tough call because the ball actually ended up going to a better direction to Trot Nixon, but it did slow it up. And if it goes hard down that line, Nixon's going to be right over against that wall to make that play.
Francona's getting pretty hot.
Yeah, he might go. A couple of bad calls last night. It's almost like he wants to go here.
Fielding Culbreth giving him some room here for a while. That's where most of his anger has been directed towards the home plate umpire.
Looks like Francona wants to get thrown out, and he's not throwing him out yet.
Throw him out. The usual amount of patience here. Philden Culberth has let him say his piece for a very long time now, as the two walk back towards home plate together.
I think Francona wants to get thrown out, and he's not throwing him out yet.
Gone. They had the chance to see the replays after the game of the two calls last night, which infuriated him already. And now this tonight.
Couple of plays down at third base last night. A-Rod apparently tagged before he got the hand of the bag. And, of course, later in the game, Bill Miller spinning around to make a tag against Sierra. And he was called safe. And now this play tonight, I think this play tonight, that's a tough one to call. It really is. But the fact is, I'm convinced Francona wanted to get the heave-ho out in this game.
Terry Francona ejected. John Olerud, the hitter. 2 runs in for the Yankees, and we're tied at 5. Posada with a 4 RBI night. Olerud cranks it foul down beyond Canvas Alley.
Posada with 2 big 2-out hits in this game. A 2-out double in the 4th to drive in 2. A 2-out double in the 6th to drive in 2.
It's the 3rd time that Terry Francona has been ejected this season. The 2nd time that it's been against the Yankees. He was ejected July 24th. Olerud's 0 for 2 tonight. He's popped out to short, fouled out to the catcher. Mirabelli's been busy tonight. He has 4 putouts of his own. The wire to the backhand. He'll need Wakefield, who covers. He'll be out at first base to end the inning. The Yankees get 2. We're tied at 5.
It's Nissan of East Providence inventory reduction sale. We are making deals as the 2005 models are arriving and construction on our new building is about to start. The 2004 Nissan Titan XE King Cab 4x4 at an unbelievable $22,975. Visit Nissan of East Providence on Route 44.
Important advice from Lovett, Sheffrin, Harnett.
If you've been injured on the job, make sure a lawyer, not your employer's insurance company, protects your rights. File an accident report immediately, especially if there were no witnesses. And remember, you have the right to see your own doctor at your employer's expense.
Call Lovett, Sheffrin, Harnett, the workers' compensation law firm. 863-8800.
For the largest selection of gas and diesel motorhomes in New England, it's USRV. From Airstream, American Eagle, and Travel Supreme, it's USRV. From Monaco, Pace Arrow and Bounder, it's a Fleetwood product, and it's available at USRV. The largest selection of pre-owned motorhomes, it's at USRV. Quantity, quality, and price, it's USRV. My name is Marty, and we make better deals.
Do not, under any circumstances, leave your McDonald's new chicken selects unattended. Don't risk it, dude. Not with juicy chicken breast bliss. Excuse me, these are new. I need a chicken selects moment. I'm loving it.
Open till midnight or later.
It's Nissan of East Providence inventory reduction sale. We are making deals as the 2005 models are arriving and construction on our new building is about to start. The all-new 2005 Nissan Altima at an unbelievable $17,880. Visit Nissan of East Providence on Route 44.
Bottom of the 6th inning as Bill Miller leads it off for the Red Sox. Now a tie ball game, 5-5. Javier Vazquez had been on the hook. We'll get a no decision tonight in his 4 2/3 innings. And Tanyan Sturtz back out there for another inning of relief. You get the final out of last inning as you got Orlando Cabrera to fly out to right after he hit Doug Mirabelli. Bill Miller ahead 3-0. There's the strike. Bill Miller, Johnny Damon, and Mark Bellhorn featured in the inning. Grounded right side to Cairo. Throws out Miller for the first out of the inning.
Well, a frustrating inning certainly for the Red Sox. You see Bill Miller with the great play, and Sheffield just beating it at first base. Certainly Tim Wakefield wanted that call, but it did look like Sheffield beat that. And then, of course, the fan interference play down here in the right field line, which 2 runs were allowed to score on that. And Trot Nixon a little frustrated in the dugout after that inning. See, at Nixon feels if that ball was not deflected and came back and slowed up, that he's got a chance to make that play against the wall and maybe hold Bernie Williams at third base. It becomes a judgment call for the umpires where to place those runners on fan interference. And in their judgment, Bernie Williams would have scored.
And as a result, the Yankees tie the score 5-5. Damon leans but does not swing.
I have a feeling that fan is going to be ejected from the game.
Yes, I would agree. Scaredy trying to figure out where he is and who he was. This is on the ground left side. Jeter throws out Damon. 2 down in the last half of the 6th inning. Well, the Red Sox over the years facing Tanyan Sturtz many times, whether it be in Tampa Bay or Toronto or in Chicago. And it seems like they have had good success over the years against Tanyan Sturtz, but last time out very successful against the Red Sox. And so far here tonight doing very well. 2 ground ball outs to begin this inning. Mark Bellhorn's been on twice tonight. A walk in the first and a double in the 5th, wrapped around a strikeout.
Did I hear the Red Sox protesting? Did I hear that?
I did not hear that.
Oh, okay. I'm hearing things.
Where do you think you heard it?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I heard it over
voices again.
No, I thought I heard something over the PA system, but I guess I'm wrong. You can protest on a violation of rules, but you can't protest on the judgment
call. Right. And that's certainly a judgment call. Did the voice say anything else?
I said, Don, you're doing a wonderful job tonight.
This is inside, and the count now 2-2 to Bellhorn. The outfield straight away. Strike 3 call. Bellhorn strikes out. The Red Sox down in order. They're tied at 5 at the end of 6.
The BC Eagles return to...
Life's moments are precious. Are you taking charge to make sure you don't miss them? These women and over 2 million more in the U.S. have detected breast cancer and got treatment. For more information on the tools to help you detect breast cancer, log on to lifetimetv.com.
Join Lifetime to stop breast cancer for life.
Hi, I'm Coach Sharon Versup. The Maine Alzheimer's Association is sponsoring the annual Memory Walk, and you're invited. The annual Memory Walk provides funds to advance research to support those with Alzheimer's disease. The walk will be held in 15 communities throughout the state, so it's time to put your team together. Call the Maine Alzheimer's Association at 1-800-660-2871. With your assistance, we can help families in Maine cope with Alzheimer's disease. Thank you for your support.
Steeped in tradition, it's the heart of every weekend, and it may be habit forming.
Love this game, love this game.
When you love it this much, nothing else matters. ESPN Sunday Night Football. Sunday nights at 8:30, all season long on ESPN.
NFL action is brought to you by Morrison Chevrolet, 65 Water Street, Ellsworth, 667-2512, where the lowest price is the law.
5-5 the scores. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. These overhead pictures of beautiful Boston are brought to you courtesy of Hood. Hood donates $1,500 to children's hospitals throughout New England each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park. Tim Wakefield back out on the hill, ready to go in the top half of the 7th. Miguel Cairo leading it off for New York.
By the way, they did locate that fan that interfered with that ball down the line and did remove him from the stadium.
Into center field, a base hit for Miguel Cairo. Lead man on for New York in the top half of the 7th inning. This was the ejection.
That gentleman down there with the two-tone shirt. He reached over and being escorted out of Fenway Park now. Please don't reach over and interfere.
Pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. Wakefield 86 pitches deep. 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, only 3 earned. An error by Kevin Millar in the 4th led to a couple of runs for New York. Lofton showed bunt, pulled it back out of the way for ball 1. Lofton is grounded out to second base and flied out to center field. Miller in on the grass at third base, anticipating the bunt by Lofton. The throw to first, and Cairo darting back to the bag. Didn't react right away, but he's able to get back. Curtis Leskanik is up in the Red Sox bullpen. To right field, no bunt this time. Nixon going back to the warning track to reel this in. Cairo back to the bag at first, bluffing a tag up. Lofton was not only not bunting, but he drives one to the warning track in deep right. He's retired for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, now with the 1 out, the possibility of a steal becomes more evident with Cairo at first base. Lofton hit that ball pretty well, but of course, as we know, very deep in right field here at Fenway. And here comes Brad Mills out of the dugout, acting manager, and looks like he is making the pitching change.
Bill Wakefield hands off the ball, and he leaves after 88 pitches tonight. 1 out in the 7th. The pitching change from Fenway.
Can inspiration make the town and country even more amazing? Yes. Can it be luxurious and still rate high in safety? With front and rear crumple zones and a 5-star side impact crash test rating? Yes. Can it find a place for everything? As the only minivan with stone-row seating and storage? Of course. The amazing new Chrysler Town and Country. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Right now, qualified lessees can get a 2005 Town & Country for just $269 a month for 24 months.
Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by Subaru, by Coors Light, by New England Dodge Dealers, by Bernie and Phil's Furniture, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 5-5 the score with 1 down in the 7th inning. Tim Wakefield gone after 6 1/3 innings. And he is still responsible for the runner at first. Here's Curtis Leskanik.
48th appearance, 29th in a Red Sox uniform. 3-5 is the record for Leskanik. The last time he worked was Wednesday against the Orioles. He picked up a win in that game to run that record to 5-3. An inning in that ball game, a couple of hits, did walk one.
So Wakefield leaves. He can't win it, but he could lose it. Responsible for Miguel Cairo's at first base with 1 out in the inning. The top of the Yankees order, Derek Jeter. He's 0 for 3 on a foul out, a strikeout, and a ground out. Last time grounding into a double play. Cairo led off the inning with a single. Kenny Lofton fly deeply to right for the first out of the inning. Cairo bluffs and Jeter fouls it off to even the count at 1-1.
And Myers up in the bullpen for the Red Sox, and I would guess that'd be for Matsui if they get to that point in this inning. But Bernie Williams following him a switch hitter, Posada a switch hitter.
Matsui's been on base 3 times tonight, including his 28th home run of the season. Cairo last time bluffed as if he was going, but then did not go.
They will play hit and run also with Derek Jeter.
1-1 to Jeter. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Now that takes care of a lot of that strategy when you get ahead in the count like this. Slider that time from Leskanic. No contact by Jeter.
They feel a double play depth with 1 down. Jeter grounds it towards Cabrera. He's going to try and start at the second for 1 on to first. They turn it. 6-4-3 inning ending. 7th inning stretch tied at 5.
Are you searching for waterfront luxury? Harper Ramos and Sheridan Real Estate presents this elegant waterfront estate. Experience life on exquisite Papa Squash Point in Bristol, Rhode Island. Constructed in 2002, there are 4,200 square feet on a single level, including an elegant master suite, generous great room, a gourmet kitchen, waterfront study, and an additional 4,000 square feet for waterfront lower level expansion. Price upon request. Contact Karen Ramos for a private showing. 401-864-4413.
Civilization to find adventure. The 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano.
At Justice for All, the lawyers for personal injury, we'd like to remove the cause of all personal injury. But until then, you need to know that there's justice for you.
Hi, I'm attorney Rob Levine. At Justice for All, we know every injury is a serious one, and you need answers now. We specialize in straight talk, real answers, and real results. Our name is Justice for All, and we will get justice for you.
East Providence Mitsubishi is proud to announce its Major League Sales event. And here's the pitch. How about a 2004 Galant DE for $14,685 or $196 a month? That's out of here. Up next, 2004 Endeavor LS for only $28.41 or $295 a month. And now for the play of the game. 0% for 60 months or up to $5,000 in rebates. And if it's pre-owned you're looking for, East Providence Mitsubishi has a Major League selection at minor league prices. East Providence Mitsubishi, Route 44, Taunton Avenue, East Providence, Rhode Island.
Home half of the 7th inning. Back at Fenway Park, tied at 5. Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Kevin Millar to face Tanyan Sturtz, who's gone an inning and a third. He retired the Red Sox in order in the 6th inning, and he's back out there for the 7th. And he's fly to the track in right, fly to the track in left, and single to left field. Tried to hold up, but could not, says Jim Wolf. He offered 1-1.
Anything that goes against the Red Sox is going to get a big boo anyway here tonight. A couple of boos too, maybe, Don, maybe more than one.
Go up top that time, Manny swinging and missing. 1-2, 94 miles per hour. Good numbers for Manny against Sturts, including 8 home runs. Most of that coming while Sturts, a longtime member of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
And Manny looks like he's got grass growing out of that bat, but what it is the pine tar. Probably laid it down in the grass and picked up some of that grass. It's better than what I have in my yard.
Slash foul off to the right.
Couple of times tonight, Jeter has grounded into a double play. The underhand flip for Cabrera. Bellhorn backing off the bag, and they pick up the double play as Cairo tries to get him. Bellhorn just jumping right over the top of Miguel Cairo.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Manny Ramirez, leading off the last half of the 7th inning. Slice to the backstop, and it's still 2-2. Manny Ramirez with 42 home runs. Top the American League in that category. 2 more than Paul Konerko, 2 more than David Ortiz. Swing and a miss. 96 miles per hour from Tanyan Sturts, who strikes out Ramirez.
We've seen an awful lot of Tanyan Sturts down, and I don't ever recall him throwing 96. No. He's always been a hard throw at 90 plus, but to get as high as 96 with the fastball and just blows it right by Manny. So Sturts did a very good job against the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium, and doing a very good job right now.
Parts of 8 Major League seasons for Tanyan Sturts. Retired 5 Red Sox in a row. David Ortiz. 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI single. That came his last time up in the 5th inning. In the air down the left field line. That should make it back into the seats. And will not. It's a fair ball. Ortiz didn't run. And it's going to be a ground rule double as it hopped up into the seats. My goodness, that ball came back into the playing area. When everyone thought it would be foul, Ortiz was not running. And he was given second base on the ground rule double.
Well, I must admit, when I saw that ball leave the bat, I thought for sure it was in the stands.
Matsui didn't even run over there to really make much of a try.
How in the world did it bounce back up in the stand?
I don't know. It's out of our view down there.
Big pop up down that left field line, and
yeah, there it is.
It hits right in fair territory and just spins right up in the stands for the ground rule double.
Ortiz could have been more than 2 or 3 steps out of
no, he thought for sure that was
foul.
And Matsui thought for sure it was going to be in the stands.
Ortiz didn't run, Matsui didn't chase. And it's a double. Ortiz still trying to figure out how it happened. How about them apples? He stands at second base with 1 out. Potential go-ahead run.
This Big Papi after contact, figuring he's got himself a nice little foul ball here. Wait a minute.
Whoops.
It might be fair. It is fair.
Yep.
and it bounces in the stands for the double. Thank you very much.
So at second base is David Ortiz with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 5-5 game. And here's Millar. Inside, ball 1. Millar's grounded to short, walked and scored, and popped out to short. Two-0 to Millar. Longest relief effort for Sturtz for the Yankees, who went 4 2/3 back on June 2nd. So far he's gone an inning and 2/3 tonight. A strike to Millar, 2-1. He has action behind him in the Yankees bullpen. Felix Heredia, the left-hander, and Paul Quantrill, the often used right-hander for the Yankees. Former Red Sox reliever. Tanyon Sturtz starting the year in the Dodgers organization, spending the bulk of the year AAA Las Vegas for the Dodgers. 3-1 to Millar. Then when he first came to the Yankees, they sent him to AAA Columbus. He's acquired by the Yankees on May 15th. Ortiz at second, 1 away. Millar takes ball 4, and he'll head on down to first base.
Now the question is, will they get Heredia with Nixon coming up? And that's looks like what's going to happen.
So Sturtz struck out Ramirez on a 96-mile-per-hour fastball to begin the inning. Then Ortiz with a double, and amazingly ended up fair. And the walk to Millar, so the runners are at first and second with 1 down. And let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric?
All right, fourth fan of the game time now, Don. Usually bleachers on a Saturday night when the Yankees are in town at a bachelor party, it's not a good combination, but I feel safe. Nashua and Quincy police officers are all around me right here. Jimmy Mentz is a Nashua, New Hampshire police officer. It's his bachelor party, but you guys wanted to be at Fenway Park because it's a family tradition to be rooting for the Red Sox in the men's family.
Absolutely, and we're going to win the World Series this year for John R. Mentz Sr. We're going to win it. This is my brother, John R. Mentz III. My father over here, John R. Mentz Jr. The Red Sox going to win the World Series this year, baby.
I don't know if you can still hear me. That's the wedding gift to Jimmy. You guys are all behaving yourself tonight, but your grandpa passed away last year, so this was something that you guys felt it important to be here at Fenway Park with the family today.
We want to win it for him, with John Mentz Sr., and he's a legend in his own right, but we feel it's the Red Sox time to win the World Series.
All right. His fiancée, Heather, is watching somewhere tonight at her bachelor party, so Heather, Jimmy's behaving himself. Good luck next Sunday. And to Jimmy, our fourth fan of the game, Don.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. Tanyon Sturtz done after going an inning and 2/3, responsible for the 2 men on. Felix Heredia into the game for New York.
43rd appearance for Heredia on the season. In 37 innings, he's allowed 43 hits. And opponents hitting .285. Trot Nixon 1 for 6 in his career. And it looks like Nixon is going to hit in this situation against Heredia.
With a pinch runner at first base, Doug Mientkiewicz will run for Kevin Millar. He'll stay in the game at first base. So David Ortiz at second base, Mientkiewicz at first, 1 out, 5-5 ball game from Fenway. And Trot Nixon about to stand in, 2 for 3 tonight, a single in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth and then singled in the fifth. Off to the left, and Nixon down 0-1.
Yankees with 2 lefties in their bullpen, Heredia and Nikowski. But of course, Heredia is the guy they will call on in key situations.
Nixon just 1 for 11 so far against left-handed pitching. Look out as he jackknifes back out of the way to even the count at 1-1. Ortiz at second, Minkiewicz at first. The 1-1 to Nixon. Grounded right side. Cairo will go to second. Oh, not for one. It's off the glove of Jeter. Everybody's going to be safe.
I would think that's got to be going to be an error on Derek Jeter coming across that bag. It didn't look like that bad of a throw. Let's take a look from this angle. Cairo. That's a ball that has to be handled there by Jeter. He had to reach across his body just a bit, but certainly one that could have been made. You know, that runner coming into him maybe caused him not to go back across that bag to get that ball.
So Heredia was brought in to face the left-hander in Nixon, who ends up reaching to load the bases. Just one batter for Felix Heredia, who'll be headed off. A pitching change from Fenway, still tied at 5.
City Electric. We do the lights for the Red Sox.
Can inspiration make the town and country even more amazing? Yes. Can it be luxurious and still rate high in safety? With front and rear crumple zones and a 5-star side impact crash test rating? Yes. Can it find a place for everything? As the only minivan with stone-row seating and storage? Of course. The amazing new Chrysler Town and Country. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Right now, qualified lessees can get a 2005 Town & Country for just $269 a month for 24 months.
It's about you. It's about saving money. It's about time. It's Ford's 100 Hours sales event. You've got just 100 hours to get 0% financing for up to 6 years on every 2004 Ford car, truck, and SUV. That's just 5 days to get some of the lowest payments of the year on America's best sellers. 0% financing for up to 6 years. Ford's 100 Hours sales event. It's about time. It's about saving. It's about getting to your New England Ford dealer now.
The error charge to Derek Jeter that loads the bases here with the 1 out in the inning. Another pitcher for New York, Paul Quantrill, into the game.
84 appearances now, a major league leading 84 appearance for Quantrill. He also set the record for most games pitched by a Yankee. Mike Stan had 79 in 2002. Mirabelli 1 for 2. He's going to hit. Jason Varitek 353 against Quantrill.
Mirabelli has been on base 3 times tonight. Hit by a pitch twice and hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning. Red Sox opting to keep Mirabelli in there. Ortiz at third, Minkiewicz at second, Nixon at first, 1 down. Swing and a miss. Mirabelli. Paul Quantrill, 35 years of age. Remember the Red Sox back in 1992 through 94, originally drafted by the Red Sox in the 6th round in 89. Popped up, Jeter there to make the catch on what turned out to be a soft liner for out number 2.
Now Quantrill jams Mirabelli for the little pop up to shortstop, and it's now up to Cabrera. Seems like Quantrill's pitched in every game in the major leagues for the last 3 years. That ball in on the label of the bat for Mirabelli. See where it hits, right about at the label.
Yeah, he had 89 appearances last year, 86 the year before with the Dodgers. He has out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cabrera fouls it off below us. Ramirez struck out to begin the inning. Ortiz doubled. Millar walked. Mankiewicz ran for him. Nixon reaching in a fielder's choice, and the error charged to Jeter, covering the bag at second on the double play attempt to load the bases. Mirabelli's popped to short, 2 down. Cabrera, .230 hitter with the bases loaded. Lined and one hopped at third base, but held onto by A-Rod for the force out that ends the inning. The Red Sox not scoring. We're tied at 5.
The 2004 Mercury Mountaineer. It's a great value. Room for up to 7? Got it. Standard third row seat? Got it. Highest owner loyalty in its class? Got it. Best pick for highway safety? Got it. No charge leather trim seats? Got it. And now you've got one great offer. Just $289 a month with just $1,177 cash due at signing. But time's running out. See your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer today before they're all gone.
I'm going to take the bandages off now.
Oh, my God. I can see. I can see. I can... see.
Time for new furniture? Then it's time to save at Albert's. The best selection, the lowest prices, the biggest savings are at Albert's Furniture. So get into Albert's. Just what you're looking for in a furniture store.
Well, you're fired.
At Geico.com, you can get free rate quotes and handle all your car insurance needs online. But we like to make it interesting. Here's an idea we received via email. Yo, I think your website would be the bomb if you had the gecko do the robot.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Top half of the 8th inning. Doug Mankiewicz stays in the game after running from Millar. Takes over from Millar defensively at first base.
Well, a big-time play here and a big-time performance by Quantrill to get out of that jam. A-Rod on the one hop. Tags third base to get out of that bases loaded trouble. So a little pop up to shortstop and the A-Rod play, and the Red Sox let that bases loaded situation go by the boards.
Well, the heart of the Yankees order, A-Rod, Gary Sheffield, and Hideki Matsui. Curtis Leskanic back out there on the mound. Leskanic came on in the 7th inning, was able to induce the double play grounded into by Derek Jeter. That ended the 7th inning, and Jeter has grounded into 2 double plays tonight. A-Rod's 0 for 3. And he's ahead in the count, 2-0. Leskanic starts the inning, but plenty of action in the Red Sox bullpen. Williamson and Folk. Slashed foul, and it's 2-1. 35 home runs this season for Alex Rodriguez. The 2-1 from Leskanic. Backs him up, and it's 3-1. Red Sox at one point tonight trailing 3-1. Went ahead 5-3. The Yankees came back to tie the score 5-5, and we remain tied into the 8th inning. The Red Sox having a very big opportunity. Bases loaded situation last inning, unable to score. Inside, ball 4, and the Yankees have the lead runner on in the 8th.
Wade Boggs, Dennis Eckersley, and Bruce Hurst highlight the Red Sox Hall of Fame class of 2004, which will be honored at the Red Sox Hall of Fame dinner Wednesday night, November 10th. The gala event will be held at the New Boston Convention and Exhibition Center, with proceeds benefiting the YMCA of Greater Boston and the Red Sox Foundation. Tables are now available for purchase. For more information, log on to redsoxfoundation.org.
So A-Rod reaching to begin things here in the 8th. And here's Gary Sheffield. Sheffield with a single his last time up. An infield hit and a great diving play by Bill Miller at third base. But Sheffield was able to beat it out. Here's Sheffield, now 35 years of age. Takes the strike over the outside corner. An amazing season for him last year, a .330 batting average as a member of the Atlanta Braves. And 39 homers and 132 runs batted in. There's 36 home runs this year and 119 RBIs. Evens up at 1-1 to Sheffield. Originally a first-round draft choice, 6th overall back in 1986 by the Milwaukee Brewers. Two and 1 to Sheffield.
No lefty in the Red Sox bullpen right now with Matsui on deck. They had Myers up last inning.
Williamson and Folk have been up the entire inning here so far. Red Sox still trying to get a read on where Williamson is. As there's a strike. Sheffield can't believe it when it's even at 2-2.
Another slider from Leskanic. I guess Sheffield felt that pitch might have been a little low.
Leskanic 2-2 will have to wait. He checks on Alex Rodriguez, who dives back to the bag safely. Rodriguez walking to begin this, the top half of the 8th inning. Fifth time in 8 innings that the Yankees have had the lead man on. The lead runner has scored twice tonight. Swing and a miss. Leskanic comes back to strike out Sheffield.
A steady diet of sliders from Leskanic, keeping that ball away at all times from Sheffield.
Rodriguez still at first, and here's Hideki Matsui. Matsui's been on base 3 times tonight. A home run, a walk, and a fielder's choice. He has scored 3 runs. Matsui hit a solo home run back in the 2nd inning. It was his 28th of the year. He's never had a hit off Curtis Leskanic in short time. To left center field, Damon on the move. Johnny there for out number 2, and A-Rod back to the bag at first. So Leskanic is left in to face the left-handed hitter Matsui, and he's able to get him for out number 2.
Well, pick up this Sunday's Boston Globe. Get a free Johnny Damon action photo. The final photo in the Globe series of Red Sox player action photos. Don't miss it. This Sunday, only in the Boston Globe. And, of course, this Sunday is tomorrow. I'm a little mixed up myself, Tom, because you don't usually have these Saturday night
pretty
games,
rare.
Especially Yankee Red Sox.
He'll be back on track here tomorrow afternoon, the day game.
I hope to get on track a little sooner than now.
Alex Rodriguez led off the inning with a walk. He's still standing there with 2 outs in the inning. And here's Bernie Williams. Williams tonight is grounded to second. He's grounded out to first and walked. After walking in the 6th, he'd come around to score and tie the game at 5. He's not had a hit either against Curtis Laskanik. So 2-0 to Bernie Williams. Able to dig it out of the dirt, fortunately for the Red Sox.
Yeah, that saves again a man from getting into scoring position. That play by Minkiewicz. Pickoff attempt. This ball's going to bounce way out in front of Minkiewicz. He gets over, blocks it, actually catches it, and will keep A-Rod at first base.
Five runs, 8 hits, an error for the Red Sox. 5 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Yankees. They rod at first, 2 down. Another check on him. Out as now Mirabelli will head out to talk with him. Dave Wallace will join the conversation, the Red Sox pitching coach. And Tim Wakefield tonight went 6 1/3 innings, giving him 5 hits and 5 runs. Wakefield walked 2 and struck out 1. 88 pitches. Curtis Laskanik has been on since last inning. And so far has gone an inning and a third of relief. Leadoff walk to Alex Rodriguez. Since then, a strikeout of Gary Sheffield. Hideki Matsui flied out to center field. He has fallen behind Bernie Williams 2-0. And thrown over at first base a whole host of times trying to keep Alex Rodriguez there at first.
Is generally a count that base run will leave for the hitter.
And a strike, and it's 2-1. Williams had to wait a while, and he takes the strike.
Now that changed a little bit because in a 2-0, it's usually a lot of times a fastball. And you don't like to distract that hitter. That's a count that certainly the hitter wants to be in. And a lot of times base stealers will not go on the 2-0 count.
Missing up top, 3-1 now to Bernie Williams. It's been quite a night tonight for Jorge Posada. A pair of doubles and 4 runs batted in.
And if he comes to the plate in this inning, it may very well be against Keith Folt.
And he will as Bernie Williams walks. So 2 walks in the inning for Laskanik. And here comes Brad Mills, the acting manager, with Terry Francona being ejected earlier in the ball game. So Leskanic walking Rodriguez to begin the inning. He got Sheffield and Matsui. Now he walks Bernie Williams. 2 on, 2 outs, and in from the bullpen comes Folk with 2 down in the 8th. We'll step aside from Fenway Park, tied at 5.
The 5th annual Celebrity Hat Trick is back with 2 star-studded teams made up of hockey's greats and Hollywood celebs. They'll all hit the ice in hockey's greatest Skate for America's Bravest, all to raise money for the Leary Firefighters Foundation Sunday, October 3rd at the Fleet Center. For more information, visit fleetcenter.com or learyfirefighters.org.
Red Sox fans are one of a kind. They're passionate.
Simply great.
Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Wicked awesome.
Curtis Leskanic responsible for the 2 Yankees that are on here in the 8th inning. And the Red Sox going to the bullpen for the closer in a 5-5 ball game.
Folk making his 69th appearance. It has been a tough week for him. A blown save in his last outing against the Baltimore Orioles. An inning in that game, allowing 1 hit, 1 run. Did have a strikeout. Posada only 2 for 16 in his career against Folk, and it's been quite a night for Jorge Posada. Back in the 4th inning, a double by Posada to drive in 2 runs, all coming with 2 outs. And then in the 6th inning, the same thing, a 2-out double that scores 2 runs. The Posada on the night with 4 RBI in his 3 at-bats.
They'll be batting with Alex Rodriguez at second base and Bernie Williams at first with 2 down, both reaching on walks. Surrounded by Curtis Leskanic. You see the numbers. 2 for 16 against Folk. Leskanic went an inning and a third. Did not give up a hit with 2 walks and a strikeout. The runners on are his responsibility. Posada taking a good bit of time getting himself ready to go. Strike 1 from Folk. Folk, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Red Sox. Posada bats now, and Olerud waiting on deck. There are 2 outs in the inning. One hopper, Mankiewicz has got it. He'll take it alone to get out of the jam. The Yankees strand 2 are tied at 5.
It's Nissan of East Providence inventory reduction sale. We are making deals as the 2005 models are arriving and construction on our new building is about to start. The 2004 Nissan Titan XE King Cab 4x4 at an unbelievable $22,975. Visit Nissan of East Providence on Route 44.
Quality items, great prices, and convenient locations. Extramart has all your bases covered. Stop by for a cup of our very own Brew Boy coffee or a double-sized Deli Joe sandwich. Heading for home or running on empty, Extramart introduces Extra Fuels, our own premium quality gasoline.
Come into Extramart for a wide selection of trading cards from Upper Deck, Topps, Fleer, and Donruss. And while you're here, enter to win a trip for 2 to the 2004 World Series.
Extramart is always a home run.
Hey, Jerry, see you kind of eyeballing my chicken there. Ixnay on the Icken Shay. All right, babe? What's that, Mikey? You want a little something, something? How about a nice 5-piece box of Don't Touch My Chicken Selects? Everybody get the memo? This right here is a Don't Take My Chicken Select zone. What are you doing? Turn around, go back. Don't touch my chicken. All right? These chicken selects are new, and they're mine. Yummy. I'm loving it. Put the chicken down and step slowly away from the deliciousness.
It's Nissan of East Providence Inventory Reduction Sale. We are making deals as the 2005 models are arriving and construction on our new building is about to start. The all-new 2005 Nissan Altima at an unbelievable $17,880. Visit Nissan of East Providence on Route 44.
Still tied at 5 here at Fenway. Keith Folt coming on to Posada. A changeup that Posada hits right down toward Doug Mikhevich. Gets that big high bounce on a top spin ground ball and gets the out at first base. Gets the Red Sox out of the inning.
Bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. Bill Miller leads it off, and Johnny Damon and Mark Bellhorn expected. There's Paul Quantrill back out on the mound for New York. Bill Miller tonight is grounded out to first, fly to right, and grounded out to second base. Dunkin' Donuts is pleased to welcome those in the Dunkin' Dugout tonight. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 5th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Over 7,000 children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. A strike over the outside corner, and it's 1-2 now to Bill Miller.
Been a good ball game here tonight at Fenway Park.
Certainly do. Lead has changed hands a couple of times. We find ourselves tied at 5. Just missing, and it evens up now at 2-2.
What Quantrill likes to do against lefties, try to stout that fastball inside and pick up the corner. He didn't miss that by much.
Two to Miller, missing away, and a full count now. The bottom of the Red Sox order has not had a hit tonight. The top of the Red Sox order has not had a hit. Miller 0 for 3, Damon on deck 0 for 4. 3-2. Line foul back into the seats. And Miller will be on W.B. Mason's extra innings after the ball game, joining Tom Caron and Dennis Eckerson. Playoff pitch again. Miller strikes out. He offered. Said Field and Culbreth. One down here in the bottom of the 8th. $34,856 on hand tonight. The 80th sellout of the season, 144 of them in a row now at Fenway Park. Again, 34,856. Johnny Damon 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts. And a couple of groundouts for the Red Sox leadoff hitter. Good numbers against Paul Quantrill in his career, including a home run.
Quantrill looks like he's got a little better zip on the fastball than a couple of the previous times we've seen him. The last fastball at 91.
One and one now to Johnny Damon. Battled that knee problem all season long, and he appeared to have a much larger brace on earlier in the season than he does now. Big bulky thing he had on. Damon lines it into right field, a base hit. Red Sox have a base runner with one down in the last of the 8th.
Well, Damon with the good numbers against Quantrill. They'll continue as he picks up the line drive base hit.
Johnny's first hit of the night.
Damon with 18 steals on the season. He has been caught 8 times.
Mark Bellhorn doubled in the 5th. He's been on base twice tonight, walked in the 1st. He has 2 strikeouts tonight, 1 swinging, 1 looking. Home plate umpire Phil Culberth wants some new baseballs and gets them. Two for 7 is Bellhorn against Quantrill. Javier Vazquez, the Yankees starter tonight, 4 2/3, giving up the 5 runs the Red Sox have. The bullpen so far has shut the Red Sox out. Tanyan Sturtz and Felix Heredia. Prior to Quantrill, he throws over to first, and Damon back in time. In the Yankees bullpen, C.J. Nitkowski is up in the pen.
And that for the back-to-back, you have Ortiz and Minkiewicz now in the lineup, and then Nixon, 3 lefties in a row.
Heredia, the other lefty, was in there and faced just 1 batter. That was Nixon, who reached on the error. Quantrill falling behind. Bellhorn 2-0. Red Sox out hitting the Yankees 9-5 tonight. Early with the 2-0 delivery. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, 2-1. Quantrill came on in the 7th inning at the final 2 outs of the 7th. He's back out there to begin the 8th. He struck out Miller to begin the inning, gave up a single to Johnny Damon. 1 out, 1 on. And Bellhorn waiting on the 2-1 pitch. There goes Damon. Bellhorn takes for a ball. The throw down is going to be not in time. A stolen base for Johnny.
Good jump, pretty good throw also by Posada, and Damon just barely beats it at second base. The ball down and in on Posada, but he still makes a pretty fine throw right up over the head. And the throw is high. The foot gets into the bag just before the tag. Posada thought he had it. Jeter started to throw the ball around, but the safe call by Tim McCullum.
So Damon in scoring position with 1 down. The 3-1. This is inside ball 4 to Bellhorn. Second time he has drawn a walk tonight. Runners at first and second. Ramirez will be next, but here comes Mel Stottlemyre to talk things over with Paul Quantrill.
Manny, a .296 hitter against Quantrill, but he does have 3 home runs. Quantrill's not a guy that really gives up a lot of home runs. So far on the season, he's allowed just 5.
Manny Ramirez tonight has fly to the track in right. He's fly to the track in left. Singled and scored in the 5th. He struck out swinging last time up in the 7th inning against Tanyan Sturtz. to step in as Quantrill wants to talk to Posada once again. They just concluded a conversation with the pitching coach, and now he wants Posada again. And Culberth very quickly out there to break up that conference is just a very brief one.
Want to make sure, I'm sure, about the signs, sequence of signs with the man on second base.
And he's stepping in with one out in the last half of the 8th inning, tied at 5. Johnny Damon at second base, Mark Bellhorn at first. And he cranks it to center field. Lofted headed back. That is off the wall. Here comes Johnny Damon with the lead. He will score, and the Red Sox take the 6-5 lead.
First pitch swinging for Ramirez, a fastball down and out over the plate, and he goes to straightaway center field. Hard off that center field wall. Damon scores. Bellhorn has to stop at third base.
Ortiz thought he might have a chance to get out of here. And he clanks off that wall in center field. Going to have a pinch runner for Bellhorn at third. Pokey Reese running in his general direction.
Well, you get better speed at third base in case of a sacrifice fly, and you get defense at second base.
So the Red Sox have taken the lead 6-5. Now they're looking to obtain some insurance.
Yeah, Ortiz is going to get the hit here. First base open.
Ortiz 2 for 4 with a run batted in tonight. He will not have a chance to hit. Witkowski still throwing down in the Yankees bullpen. Mankiewicz scheduled to bat next.
See, I don't think they're going to, if they bring the lefty in, I doubt they're going to pinch hit for Mankiewicz. You got to leave him out there with the lead, obviously, defensively at first base, along with Pokey at second. Here comes Torrey to make the move to the lefty.
So Quantrill struck out Bill Miller to begin the inning. Johnny Damon with a single. He stole second base. Bellhorn walked, then the double off the center field wall for Manny Ramirez that scores the go-ahead run in Johnny Damon. To third went Bellhorn. Pokey Reese now running for him. They intentionally walk Ortiz. So the base is loaded, one down, and that's it for Paul Quantrill. Witkowski making his way in. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox, brought to you by Heineken. One game left between the Red Sox and the Yankees. We'll have it for you right here on NESN tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Red Sox will then head to Tampa Bay to take on the Devil Rays Monday through Wednesday. The game time 7 p.m. and all the action right here on NESN. And tomorrow sizes up to be a good pitching matchup. Kevin Brown going for the Yankees, and Kirk Schilling pitching here tomorrow for the Red Sox. C.J. Nitkowski into the game.
Nitkowski started the season with the Atlanta Braves, released by the Braves, signed by the Yankees, and all in all making his 17th appearance for New York, his 23rd overall on the season. Doug Mankiewicz 1 for 5 in his career off Nitkowski. Oh, we are going to have a pinch hitter, Don. If you look down, it looks like Jason Varitek coming out to hit. So that would mean that with Mankiewicz out of the lineup, David McCarty, I would imagine, would be the first baseman.
Another good defensive first baseman. So Varitek will pinch hit here. Quantrill responsible for all the men on, and so far has been touched for the run. He's on the hook right now. And the Red Sox on top 6-5. At the very least, the Red Sox will have a 1-run lead heading to the 9th. And the Yankees in the 9th, as we look ahead, will be scheduled to send up John Olerud, Miguel Cairo, and Kenny Lofton. It's the bottom third of their order, scheduled in the top of the 9th inning. But first, the Red Sox would like to obtain some insurance. Reese at third, Ramirez at second, Ortiz at first.
Now with this move here, they're looking to break this game wide open with Jason Varitek. Numbers much better this year from the right side than the left side, at least average-wise.
Overall, 293, 17 homers, and 68 runs batted in. Popped up foul off to the right. Varitek has never hit a grand slam in his career. Wachowski's 0-1. Varitek jolts it to right. Sheffield headed back, still going. It's over his head and 1/2 into the stands. That'll plate 2 runs and put the Red Sox on top 8-5.
They'll break it open. He did. Opposite field for Jason Varitek against Wachowski. Sheffield chases it toward the corner. He can't catch up to it, and it bounces up in the stands for the ground rule double. So some breathing room for the Red Sox as you head to the 9th inning. We're not there yet, obviously.
With his second hit in the last 31 at-bats for Varitek against the Yankees. He has really struggled this season against New York.
Yeah, that has to make him feel good. It has been a tough time for him against New York, and to get that kind of hit to drive in a couple.
The infield in all the way around now. Ortiz at third. Varitek at second. Nixon with a count of 0-1. In on the hands and fisted foul off to the left. Nixon, the 7th man to bat in the inning for the Red Sox. He bats with Doug Mirabelli waiting on deck behind him. One and two now to Nixon. The runs are charged to Paul Quantrill. 7 games in the season series between the Red Sox and the Yankees decided in the last at bat. The Red Sox have had the advantage in that category, 5 and 2. There's been 6 one-run games, and the Red Sox are 4 and 2 in those. Away, and it's 2 and 2 to Nixon. The season series had been 6 blown saves, 5 by the Yankees, 1 by the Red Sox. A lot of late inning theatrics. The 2-2 missing high and inside. Full count to Nixon. First base open and Mirabelli waiting on deck. Ortiz at third, Varitek at second. 3 runs in here in the last half of the 8th. Inside, and it's Nixon. Right on the elbow, he'll head on down to first base. Hit batsman.
Once again, Torrey pops out of the dugout. There is right-handed action down in his bullpen, and he's going to make the call for it.
A pinch runner at first, too. It appears Kapler will pinch run for Nixon. And the new pitcher coming on for New York. Looks like Scott Proctor making his way in from the bullpen with still just one out. Here in the last half of the 8th, the Red Sox have come up with 3 runs. So the Red Sox with 3, but they still have a chance for more with the bases loaded and 1 out of the inning. The only out was the first batter of the inning. Paul Quantrill was able to strike out Bill Miller. Since then, a single, a walk, a double, an intentional walk, a double, and now a hit batter.
Keith Volk in the Red Sox dugout because he came on to get the final out of last inning, and something he's not used to. He's having about, it might end up being about a 30-minute wait between innings, but certainly he'll take that when you look up at that scoreboard and you see, to this point, the 3-run lead. Now 2 huge hits for the Red Sox. First, Manny Ramirez with the double off the wall. Ball rocketed off that center field wall, a drive and a run to give the Red Sox the lead, and then Jason Varitek follows him as a pinch hitter going to the opposite field with the double, a drive in 2 runs.
The Yankees will employ their 6th pitcher of the night as they bring in Scott Proctor.
Proctor making his 24th appearance. He's worked 22 1/3 innings, allowed 25 hits. He struck out 19, and opponents have hit 275. All those appearances have been out of the bullpen, and he has a 1-1 record.
Gabe Kapler pinch runs for Trot Nixon at first base. So Ortiz at third, Varitek at second base. Kapler now at first. 1 out in the inning. Mirabelli, the 8th man to bat in the inning for the Red Sox. And hit twice tonight and hit a 2-run home run in the 4th. Last time up, he popped out to the shortstop. Swing and a miss.
And Proctor's got a good fastball. That fastball at 95 miles an hour. Goes right after Mirabelli with the bases loaded.
One and one to Mirabelli. A 3-run bottom of the 8th so far for the Red Sox. The 1-1 to Mirabelli. In the air to left. Back towards the wall. It's a fair ball off the wall. Ortiz has scored. Varitek's in behind him. Red Sox in a double figures in terms of runs. It's 10-5 Boston.
Well, how about his night? A home run back in the 4th inning. A 2-run homer. Now a double hard off that left field wall. A drive in 2 more. 4 runs batted in on the night for Mirabelli. He threw that first fastball by him, but not the second time.
So runners at second and third. The infield brought in by New York. And here's Orlando Cabrera. In the air to left field. Back goes Matsui onto the warning track in front of the scoreboard to make the catch. Plenty deep enough for Kapler to tag and score with the 11th Boston run. Second sac fly of the night for Cabrera.
Well, the bullpen of the Yankees kept the Red Sox quiet for a couple of innings, but not here in the 8th. Red Sox hit around in the 8th inning and break the game wide open.
Red Sox have batted around. Bill Miller started the inning by striking out. Miller from the number 9 spot in the Red Sox order tonight, 0 for 4. Popped up, foul. Back comes Posada towards the seats. And leaning, but he won't have a play. About 2 rows deep and out of his reach. Both catchers tonight with 4 RBIs. Posada, 4 RBI night. And Doug Mirabelli with 4 RBIs. Most recently, the 2-run double. And earlier, the 2-run home run for Doug Mirabelli. Now has 9 home runs on the season. 1-1 to Miller. To right center field, in for a hit. Here comes Mirabelli around. The Red Sox opening things up in the bottom of the 8th on top 12-5. Here's Johnny Damon into center field with this. Kenny Lofton coming in. A 7-run bottom of the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Boston on top 12-5.
Hi, I'm Al Cerrone. Cars, SUVs, work trucks at Cerrone's, we've got them all. 04 Grand Dams or Releros. Well, you know, $199 per month, no money down, and you own it. 04 Buick Rendezvous or GMC Envoy with 4-wheel drive. Your choice, $18,995. And work trucks, lots of work trucks, like this brand new 2005 with automatic and air, $16,995. Cars, SUVs, work trucks. See the Cerrones on Route 1 in South Attleboro. You'll be glad you did.
The only way that manufacturing is going to remain healthy and viable here in the United States is if we have passionate spokesmen in Washington. And the fact that Senator Dodd got an amendment raised and passed in the Senate is a clear indication that one person can make a huge difference.
We ought to be doing everything we can to encourage businesses here to hire people here to do the job. We ought to be exporting our services. We ought to be exporting our products. We ought not to be exporting our jobs.
This is Chris Dodd, and I approve this message.
Fireside Nissan on Route 1 in North Attleboro announces its inventory reduction sale. How about Four Wheeler Magazine's Truck of the Year? The all-new 2004 Titan for $19,998 or $299 a month. Or the only vehicle to win the award's 10 best engines 10 years in a row. The 2004 Pathfinder for $23,998 or $259 a month.
Come see why for 39 years.
There's no better deal than a Fireside deal.
Take the drive to $295. Fireside Nissan, your peace of mind dealer.
Back at Fenway, a 7-run bottom of the 8th inning. The Red Sox on top 12-5. A bunch of defensive changes. Gabe Kapler in right field now for Nixon. They're running for him. Dave Roberts takes over in left for Manny Ramirez. Pokey Reese staying in the game at second base. And the new first baseman is Dave McCarty. Long wait for Folk as the Red Sox came up with 7 runs for him in the bottom of the 8th. Into a 31 minutes. And as you mentioned, Jerry, an unusual spot for him, a guy who rarely has to wait, usually comes in a save situation, but a long wait for him. And the bottom third of the Yankees order coming up.
Well, they got a very big out to end the 8th inning. That ground ball to Minkiewicz at first base.
John Olerud's 0 for 3 tonight. Takes strike 1 from Folk. Red Sox coming into tonight's action 9-8 against the Yankees. The season series. Red Sox were 5-5 at Yankee Stadium this season and hoping to go 5-3 with a win tonight at Fenway Park against the Yankees this season. Brad Mills, the acting manager for the Red Sox. Terry Francona was ejected earlier. Towards Cabrera at short. The high hop. Olerud's out number 1 of the 9th. This game summary is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. A 13-hit attack for the Red Sox. They've got 12 runs and some impressive evenings tonight. How about Doug Mirabelli? And a fine night tonight. 2 for 3 with a home run. Everybody in the starting 9 with at least a base hit in the ball game tonight. Ramirez, Ortiz, Nixon, Mirabelli, multi-hit nights. Jason Giambi pinch hitting for Miguel Cairo with 1 down. Giambi hitting at just .214 this season in limited time. Skies 1 to center. Johnny Damon 2 down. The Red Sox with 12 runs tonight. The season high for the Red Sox against the Yankees this season. Kenny lofted, batting with 2 down in the 9th. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out, flied out twice. Once to center, once to right. If Folk would get the win, it would be his 5th. And a strike, and it's 1-1.
Well, the Red Sox had the win in Game 1 of that series in New York. An exciting win. Yankees came back to win the last 2. New York wins here last night. Boston on their way to their first victory this weekend. And they've got it.
To short right, Reese backing up, Kepler coming in. Gabe will put it away, and the Red Sox win convincingly as they come up with 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning and win this one 12-5. The Red Sox now 4.5 games back in New York with a victory tonight in Game 2 of the 3-game series. So Boston with the win. We're back after this with more.
Applebee's new car side to go is here.
Well, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, little darling.
With car side to go, you can make dinner just by making a call.
Let's go again once more.
Plus, we'll deliver the food straight from our kitchen to your car.
Oh, pretty baby, I love you so.
So try Applebee's new car side to go. It's not fast food, it's Applebee's food fast.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Let's go.
East Providence Mitsubishi is proud to announce its Major League Sales event. And here's the pitch. How about a 2004 Galant DE for $14,685 or $196 a month? That's out of here. Up next, 2004 Endeavor LS for only $28.41 or $295 a month. And now for the play of the game. 0% for 60 months for up to $5,000 in rebates. And if it's pre-owned you're looking for, East Providence Mitsubishi has a Major League selection at minor league prices. East Providence Mitsubishi, Route 44, Taunton Avenue, East Providence, Rhode Island.
The typical home has a TV in the living room, in a bedroom or two, maybe in an office, and a basement. With a dish, you'll need to pay up front for equipment, pay for customer service, and local channels in the living room, the bedrooms, the office, the basement. At Adelphia, we don't charge you more for local channels or for classic cable on additional TVs or for in-home customer service.
Get more channels, more control, and more value. Call Adelphia today.
The bedrooms, the office.
I'm going to take the bandages off now.
Oh, my God. I can see. I can see. I can... see.
Time for new furniture? Then it's time to save at Albert's. The best selection, the lowest prices, the biggest savings are at Albert's Furniture. So get into Albert's. Just what you're looking for in a furniture store.
Well, you're fired.
Well, the Red Sox put a big finish on this one and win it 12-5 against the Yankees. The play of the game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort and Casino. And Doug Mirabelli with a big night. A 2-run home run in the 4th inning. And then later on in the 8th inning, a double to drive in 2 more. Mirabelli with a total of 4 runs batted in on the night.
So the Red Sox with the victory now find themselves 4.5 games back behind the Yankees. The Angels 6 games back of the Red Sox in the wild card. The Rangers 6.5 back as the Red Sox win here tonight 12-5 in front of 34,856. The Red Sox are now 92-62. Game took 3 hours and 23 minutes. Polk is the winner 5-3. Quantrill takes the loss. He is 6-3. Again, the final 12-5 Boston. Jerry Remy, Don Orsillo saying so long. It's time now for WB Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley.
Well, this one was tied, but a 7-run 8th inning takes care of business, and the Red Sox even up the first 2 games of this series. So a little bit of order restored. We know a couple of things. The Yankees won't walk away with the AL East here at Fenway Park. That's a good thing. And a little bit of something for the Yankees to think about, that this team can hit the ball.
Well, great night for Mirabelli, to say the least. But to go out there and swing the bats like they are, I tell you, it looked like the Yankees wanted to give this game to the Red Sox. They just didn't take it. They finally took the game in the 8th inning.
7 runs.
Yes.
In the 8th inning. And they win it 12-5. We'll talk about it. Bill Miller will be joining us here in the studio. It's all coming up on WB Mason's Extra Innings. Following an extra special win. It's always extra special when you beat the Yankees. 12-5 is the final. 8th inning. I tell you what, unsung hero, I said last night. The guy might only play every 5th day, but he's had some important games at the plate for the Red Sox.
He really has. Like right there, that home run that he hit off Vazquez. Vazquez challenges him with a fastball. You wonder sometimes they don't give him any respect. You can't be throwing balls like that. I don't care who's hitting. But he takes advantage of it. He smokes it. And later on, he just adds a little gravy to this game. Hits a double and makes it a 4 RBI night. But overall, through the season, he's got 9 home runs, 30 RBIs, coming off the bench once every 5 days. That's a huge year.
Absolutely. All right, take a look at the lineup today. The final game of the series. Essentially the same lineup with one major change of note. Doug Minkiewicz gets the start over at first base, as he'll get a chance against Kevin Brown and whoever. Because you wonder,